Hello everyone, welcome back to Dungeon Delvers, the channel of geeky people who delve deeper into the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. Hi-ho! How is everyone? How is everyone doing? This is great. It's great to be back, even though, we did it probably a few days ago IRL, but it feels like a week. Anyway, this is episode I don't know because we're not tracking it anymore because it doesn't make sense. Essentially. Please continue follow, liking, and subscribing, and doing nice things if you wish to do so. If you go on the YouTube channel, make sure you hit the red button that for most of you says subscribe. The other one should say subscribed. And if it does say subscribed, you get a big smile from me. Well done.
And me.
So if it doesn't say subscribed, please subscribe with an B. But yeah, cool. We welcome you back with the cast of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. Everybody say hi.
Hiya.
Again, unfortunately, we do not have Charlie with us due to IRL stuff. We do have a lovely display picture in the top right-hand corner of your screen currently, as she is off elsewhere in the realms of Faerun, but not with us presently. But she'll be hopefully back soon, but we'll find out when. So, I'm going to get straight into the recap. Just going to change a little wee bit of the ambiance, if you don't mind. Let me change it. Here we go. The New Dawn found themselves looking at routes back to some sort of normality in Bryn Shander. Last we found them. Before they did, Creek had an important task to do. To take Tilda and Avril back to a near village from the main towns of 10 Towns for some sort of salvation, to get away from their previous crimes. This information was given to them to her by Lex, as he had scouted their locations previously and found a settlement suitable for stowaways, possibly like Tilda and Avril. As Creek ventured off to complete this divine mission, Thazor passed her a signet-sized teleporter. I don't know what to call it. I think it's called a teleporter. So she would be able to get back to the Northlook once she was ready. Meanwhile, the rest of the party gathered together once more with the hope of Thazor's artifact works once more. And in no time at all, applying the magical enchanted piece of rock with a device, teleported the New Dawn back into the cosy, safe Northlook. Or was it? As they dropped in to a screaming, scuttling and breaking of furniture and sounds struggling could be heard. Sentry Saya and Jackal rushed to see what was the problem. The Northlook was overrun by orcs, led by the white-skinned shaman, who goes by the name of Skarum, which you didn't ask that. As Skarum enchanted and stating the end of the Frostmaiden's wrath and the blight of the lands, he was creating sacrifices of his own with civilians of Bryn Shander. Amongst the dead and destruction, you fought these orcs with hardened skin and vitality. After the close battle nearly getting swept away from a whirlwind and nearly losing Oaklyn in many ways, remained victorious. After taking stock and healing each other, Sentry released the hostages and looked outside to find Sheriff Markham with a troop of town militia pointing spears in their direction of the door. Sentry, with some talk, walked away with some scuttling. Rest of the party rested and watched the militia spill into the Northlook. And that is where we have left off.
Yup.
The New Dawn. Currently, you find yourself situated in various areas of the Northlook. The ground around you is broken, the chairs and lanterns and all sorts of things splintered and shattered around. There is a gaping hole in the ceiling to the north side where the booth is, currently with snow flurrying in, just very gentle, and a pile is starting to fill out on the floor. What you all see in this kind of still, I would say, before we get to the main scene, is these militia are heavily armed, with Markham walking in straight back, looking around, tipping over chairs and making sure that everything is in order. As you see the militia just scouting around as he makes some finger motions to have a look around. I will leave it to you guys. What would you like to do?
Well, I found the tooth necklace
in the pocket of.
You did indeed. Yes.
Who I know who that belongs to.
You do apparently.
Sayer's going to take it out, look at it, and kind of get that sinking feeling in his stomach. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he kind of just goes silent and goes to one of the booths just to think and rest.
Okay, so currently the booth you landed in is the one to the right. There is also one to the left. You can go to that one, or you can choose which one you like to go to.
I'll go to the one to the left.
Go to the one to the left. That one's more intact, I would say. There's less rabble and mess. It's just basically the curtain's just a bit torn, but you easily find your way into there. But as this is all happening, I would say, do you take this necklace off the orc? If so, how do you do so?
Did you say it was in a pocket, or did he have it around his neck? I can't remember.
Sorry, yes, it was in a pocket, not his neck. So it was in a side pouch. Yeah. So you just collect it, grab it, and put it in your possession, and you just walk off. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I sit at the booth and just.
Okay. I would say.
Rest my head.
Okay. I would say as this is happening all in one, I would say Sentry's walking back towards the middle after entering the door. Is that right, Sentry?
Heading towards the right booth to collect the medal.
Okay, so you're heading upstairs, the small, raised platform. The rest of you, so I would say, Oakland, you're currently sat down on by the ice floor.
Yeah, just looking at the pile of bodies.
Okay, so you're quite still as this moment's happening. Athena and Jackal, what are you guys up to?
Is the sheriff still in here?
Is literally walking in. As you see him leading this formation, this triangular formation, he makes this gesture with his hands, and they just the militia start spreading out and looking at the bodies and start finding tipping tables over to make sure there's no orcs left. And you see some of them kind of just stab the orcs kind of in the chest area, the ones that are down, just to doubly make sure.
Okay, whilst all that's happening simultaneously, I will go over to Sheriff Malcolm.
Okay,
Please?
No problem. So he has actually walked in ahead of everyone, and he does make himself known as he walks in with the winter coat. He kind of takes it off, big woolly fur thing. Quite nicely made, this woolly coat. You haven't seen him out in the elements before, but this is very much a tailored version of a really beautiful, crafted satin / wool coat as he swings it round and places it on one of the pegs by the door, which you would find normally. And he addresses you as you look towards him, Jackal, and goes, what the fuck is happening here then? What the fuck is going on?
Well, I came over to ask you the same question, Sheriff. I mean, we've literally just arrived and saw all these disgruntled misdemeanors in here, and then, well, we handled it as appropriate. I was hoping to ask you what all this was about. Why a band of orcs would just come in and attack innocent tavern goers? Why the tavern of all places?
Well, first things first, obviously I know you lot, and I hope you're not involved, but I'm going to guess you aren't. So, first things first, what the fuck are you doing in here, and how the fuck did you get in here?
That is a very, very long story, probably best explained by our friend Fazor, but he works his way around contraptions, but you skipped my question, Sheriff, politely. I mean, do you have any idea why these orcs attacked the tavern?
Well, what we saw is basically civilians jumping out of the north look, screaming and shouting about some sort of takeover. Some of my men saw this moments later. The orcs were barred inside, we couldn't get in. So there I was, stuck outside with what I know is hostages inside, and waiting to see what happened. But now you showed your faces, fucking hell, I'm not sure what to make of it now.
What to make of it, as in, are you still having doubts if we were involved in this or not?
No. I mean, I trust you guys. We've done business together, right? You know, it's not like that. Unless I find evidence to say otherwise, it's none of my business. What I don't get is why the fuck is there a pile of bodies all the way over there? And how the fuck did these orcs get in here?
you're probably have better ideas than us, Sheriff. For the fact that all these, not even just a small pack of orcs, but a large pack of that, have managed to get past your guard's watch is probably something to be concerned about.
Well, it's definitely something to be fucking concerned about. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. Unfortunately, we have had a few instances like this. Nothing too big. Usually the one or two using some magic to mask their faces, make them look different as they come in, starting causing trouble, and then back them off out, kill them.
It's very odd. I mean, one of them was very proficient in the magic, who seemed to be the leader of the pack, but I mean, not to tell you how to do your job, Sheriff, and this is said with great politeness, perhaps you should go and inquire with some of your lower ranked guardsmen to see if they maybe saw anything fishy in the past couple of hours. Might give you some more answers.
Well, funny you should say that. I'm already on it. Already got the Troop 2 stationed at the front, coming to back to Investor Shane's estate to find out exactly what happened. But as far as I want to find out is why the fuck were they in here and how the fuck did this happen to start with. So, I'll start taking some answers from you as you seem to know what's going on. What did you see?
As this is happening, I want to cast Identify on the ring.
How long does that take?
Instantaneous.
Instantaneous. Okay, of course you can.
Oh, that might give answers actually.
Yeah, so she's
From
probably
answers.
just like listening, staring at this. And I'm going to say that Apollo brings out the ring and she picks it up,
Yep.
rolls it in her hands, and then casts a spell to
And what-
distract herself.
What you see in your palm of your hands, like I said, is it's almost this very surreal tribal slash bestial skull, but embedded within the skull is a human skull. Looking closer, and as you see this, it's got the tusks and fangs. But yeah, you place it in your palm. You cast Identify. So that's instantaneous. So I will drop that in your inventory.
Thank you. And then, yeah, while he's talking, I'll be reading.
Okay.
Identifying.
Yep.
Thank you.
I mean, Sheriff, like I said, we just got the best way to describe it is poofed here by dear Fazzo's their contraption, and we walk out from the booth over there, and Jack will point towards the booth where Say is currently sat at, and we hear and see people tied up. We can see dead bodies all over the floor, and these orcs armed to the teeth, who've taken the tavern hostage. And being honest with you, Sheriff, that's all I can tell you. We dealt with the matter, and that was that.
Right. Well, I'm gonna have a little look around. I'm gonna try and stay out of your way. I mean, what? It kind of comes closer towards you. You kind of get the sense that he's backing down after a bit of a heightened sense of emotion. And kind of looks towards you and go, what the fuck are you doing here?
We're here, there, and everywhere, Sheriff. Loads of different tasks for loads of different people. I wouldn't bore you with the minor details.
Well, I'm sure you can bore me later. First things first, last I heard Lynn was in here, so I need to go and find her. Scramshack's, hopefully he's not dead, because I like that guy and he got me a good deal on ale and all sorts of misused goods. Anyway, I'm going to get my men to have a little search around. I don't know about you. That's a good idea.
Well, Sheriff, when you find King, could you point her our way, please? She was one of the people who passed us with where we were heading prior to, well, this shit state.
Absolutely. And I'll say the same thing to you. Find anything, it comes to us first.
Will do, Sheriff. Thank you kindly.
Okay. And you see the sheriff kind of just regain his posture, kind of shuffle his other under jacket kind of over his gleaming bits of armor, and yeah, his sword. Kind of looks around and looks with his hand on the pommel, kind of looking around, kicking things over and just looking into them a little bit. You get the idea that he's kind of not the greatest investigator. He's not a Poirot of the era. He's very much kind of take it at face value. He'll see things as it is, and yeah, kind of a bit of a brute, if that makes sense. That's the kind of posture he's showing off. The militia themselves, they are looking around. One of them comes up closer towards you, Oakland, while you're looking at or doing what you're doing. Starts to scuttle around and looking at you, and goes, looks and walks and goes, "Did you find anything? Anything to find around here? I mean, what's this on the floor? It's just ice. How'd I get it?
Just ice, yeah. Nothing really. We pretty much melted him, so there was nothing left.
Well, I can definitely see that. It's
That down there was the shaman, by the way. Was the shaman.
What? I don't know who the shaman is. So what's...
Orc wizard thing.
Oh, the magic one. Oh, right.
Yeah, and she'll get up and walk off.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Fine. He kind of like scratches his head as he walks off, and...
Yeah, she just doesn't want to talk to this guard.
Yeah, it's just like... Anyway, he continues like looking around.
Yeah, and I'll walk over to Jackal.
And as he does, he kind of steps on the ice and kind of nearly slips over, head over arse. Just kind of just like whoa, like kind of, as he does, and yeah, just kind of like goes towards the mess and pokes it with his spear, and you just see lumps of meat just fall off this. Yeah, it's not great. Anyway, so continuing on, you walk towards who? Sorry,
Jackal. I'll start to walk. Because I assume, obviously, he's probably got back to me, so I'll go behind it.
Yeah. And
I'll kneel down to his level, or crouch down. No, I'm sorry.
Can I roll for initiative?
Absolutely not.
I'm just going to nudge him and go, what did he say?
Excuse me.
Well, from...
I will be whispering, by the way.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, from what I could tell, he seems to be as unsure as we are about how the orcs got in here, and none of his guards seem to be self-aware of what has happened, but he's making inquiries. Did you manage to find anything yourself?
I can confirm. But let's say that it's not something that should be in the hands of anyone. No one out here could use it, but the shaman, however, must have been a necromancer. Of some sorts.
What was it, Oakland? What did you find?
Some sort of ring. And it's got necromancy written all over it, but I don't want to talk about it in front of the guards.
No, I think you're right, perhaps.
I don't trust it.
Keep it away for now until we can discuss it further with everyone else and decide what to do with it.
No one here can use it. We just don't want it to fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, precisely. So...
Where's Saya, by the way? He looked a little bit startled.
As Jackal will once again point over towards the booth where he last saw Saya go over to, I believe he's sat in our regular spot. Yeah, you're right. He didn't look 100%.
Well, I'm just going to go and see if he's alright. It's been a weird day. And she'll rub her face frustratingly and walk over to the booth. She won't go straight in it. She'll stand outside first.
Yep. Okay. As you do, I mean, as this conversation's happening, Lex actually appears from behind you, Jackal. And kind of very quietly goes, should we just remain quiet, or what should we do?
Going towards Lex and whispering more into his ear in a quiet, hushed tone. I think that might be best for now. My friend, although the sheriff doesn't seem to think it's us, let's not give him any reason to change his mind.
I don't know who this sheriff is. I've not came across his path before, but I've heard of him. If he is as brutal and as ruthless as they say, is not good news, and we need to get out of here as soon as possible.
Nah, I definitely agree with you, Lex. I don't think any of us have any plans to hang around. I don't know what Sentry's doing currently, but I spoke to Oakland and she seems to be keen to move.
That is a good idea, son of Vandalion. We should get out of here and continue our quest immediately. This is mere sidetrack.
Tugging and tugging.
I completely agree with you, Lex. Let's go with this Sarah and leave Sentry to do his thing. Hopefully he'll come over soon.
Lex just kind of looks towards Sentry's position and just goes, you do realize we could probably use spells to help him.
Oh no, yeah. So Sentry was like,
It's funny to watch him.
You don't get kind of a chuckle. Well, it's kind of a side smile from Lex. They don't really laugh and bellow laugh. It's kind of just a very brush it off. At this point, I mean, perception-wise, you can see this with your passive anyway. Lex's face, you saw once the lines of this constellation running through their face and their arms has stopped glowing now, and they're back to normal.
Pretty great.
Noted.
Okay, just so you know, this is kind of a transformation you've seen. It's almost like a charging up mode. You would assume.
Power on.
Yes. Anyway,
Each press one of his gems on his face.
in a different order. Yeah.
Different colours.
Yeah, that's it. Meanwhile, you just hear shuffling, Saya, from your booth, as you just hear the faint sound of the curtain just shuffling open, and peering through, you just see monocle-faced, long beard, kind of tired and weary, just kind of like with his artifacts still held close. He goes, "Are you alright, wee lad?
Just
You seem to hurry in this position."
reminder of something I should be doing. I got sidetracked.
All right, I'll leave you to it then. Huh?
That's all right. I'm gonna go join the others now and help out with whatever needs to be done. And he puts the necklace around his over him.
Absolutely.
And tucks it into his scarf.
Yeah.
At this point, do I open the curtain as well?
Yeah, so
Hello?
there's one
You can.
side, and then you can open the other side, yeah, as you see Oakland's form just appear a lot taller, 3 foot taller than Basil.
Are you okay? You seemed a
I'm
little bit
fine.
startled, Sarah.
No, it's fine. I'll come and join you guys now. What needs to be done?
Well, nothing, to be honest with you. We can't really do much to show if it's taken over. We just need to make sure we keep a low profile.
Well,
The only thing I've got to say is that I think we all need to sit down and have a long chat as a group. Have a long chat with Clint about our payment, possibly. And buy new clothes, because as you can see, I am a little bit dirty.
As you mentioned Lynn, Thazil kind of like perks up and goes, "I was about to say we need to find my cousin.
Yes.
She's still missing. Hopefully she's not in that mess. I dare to say."
I didn't see her. Would have to take
personally,
an
I would
account.
like some kind of rest. Kind of.
I do
let's say,
agree.
back after that.
I nod and I'll head to whatever sort of form we have.
whilst all that's been going on,
Yes.
I have got my medal, and I'll probably head back towards the entrance exit.
Yep.
Entrance exit.
Passing probably Jackal en route. Jackal, I'm gonna go to the forge with this. The weapon shop that we went to beforehand, where you got your armor. If any of you need me, I'll I'll be working there.
Very keen, I see, Sentry. No, that's fair enough.
Just in the interest of time, I should hopefully have it done in a day.
Don't worry about Russian Sentry. I know we're keen to crack on with things, but I overheard Oakland say that you need some new clothes and that Saya fancies a rest. So, and I need to go and grab some stuff anyways. If we're going to be venturing for quite some time, I think now would be a good time to go and stock supplies. And talking of which, who was that fellow who we did a favor for a few days, maybe even weeks back now, who promised us a reward, and he said give it some time and come back. I can't remember the fella's name. Spellix, that was his name.
I would say
That little
character.
shit.
I would say character. Jackal would
remembers.
definitely know who Spellix is.
Oh god!
I've
That
just got
little
loads
shit.
of names
Can't
on
remember his
my,
name.
on my character sheet, and I'm
I know
like,
exactly who
shit,
you're on about.
Which one's which?
Hey, what's the one job that I always do, huh? What's always the one thing that I always do? Names. I got it lapped.
But you
Like,
can't
I've
remember
got Gizzard,
birthdays.
I've got Cox and
No.
Storm, I've got
Sex doesn't
Darkat,
collect
I've got Zol, I've got the Regheads, and I've just got loads of names and I haven't described who they are, so...
Oh, you should see my sheet. You should see my sheet. Holy crap. It's organised.
Yeah, Spellix, do you reckon it might be worth paying him a visit, or perhaps giving some more time?
Possibly, at least collecting the payments first and then seeing it afterwards. He said to come on by after we were done with this dragon business anyway, I think.
Yeah. Well, seems like there's no ideal rush, really, so, you know, I wouldn't want you to, in the politest way, fuck up your new toy, as he'll like point down towards the giant bit of metal that you've been carrying around for ages.
This it'll be enough for a toy and another one and another one, so I feel confident with it, and hopefully with the Forge Master's help he'll make it easier. But I'll go there now. I'll find you all later.
Stay safe, Sentry.
And I will heft my my medal to the forge.
To the forge. Yeah, to Black Iron Blades. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. You start making your way out. Yep.
Well, should we go and find Hlyn first, or I don't know where she'd last be located? Because as you can see, I'm a little bit messy, but I do need money.
As you could see.
As you can see. Am I talking to myself?
I assume I'm walking over, and I'm
Who are you talking to, by the way?
I'm talking to anyone who's listening to me. I'm talking out loud.
Okay.
God
Well,
turns around.
in response to that, yeah, Thazor does go in. It goes. You could definitely do with a spruce up. I'm not going to see anything. I'm not the cleanest kind of guy, but hey, you definitely deserve a new trinket or two.
I was stood next to Thazor. I was speaking out. It's a large hall. I would have thought someone would have heard me. Leave me be.
Am I remembering right at the end? Did this have anywhere to sleep, like rooms, from what I can...
I think we did have rooms, didn't we?
Yeah, downstairs.
Yes, you did have rooms downstairs.
We had two.
Yeah, you had number 8 and number 20 something. I forgot which one it was. There's a fair few rooms downstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
You were showing with Jackal Sentry.
Before he makes his way to a room because he wants to take a rest, Say's going to go over to Sentry.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, you have to be lickety quick and catch me out the door.
Quick.
Catch me outside. How about that?
I got that 40 movement speed, motherfucker.
Go for it.
He says, "Sentry." Yeah. Just what exactly are you planning to do with that metal? Just curious.
The time whilst we were out at Regianvara, I have learnt the runes, or remembered the runes, and I can also remember how to craft certain items, whether it be armaments, weapons, ammunitions, such as Jackal's bow and arrows.
Right. Do you think you could do any improvements on this and he unsheaths his jagged like rapier? Do you think you could do anything? Or make a new one entirely out of this metal? I don't want to use it all up since you were the one who found it.
Sentry runs.
Fraser, if I take the blade
Yes.
and Sentry bends it to see if it would flex or break,
Yeah.
with the intention that if it broke, it's not a problem. Would it break?
You go and place your hands out and place both. You put the block down. You put your hands on either side of this, and you do see a slight flex. Yeah. You gonna break it?
If it's able to be broken, then yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking old.
I broke it then.
Make a strength check.
Oh.
So it's like
Oh, I don't. Oh, a 9. I don't.
A 9. So with a 9, you go and you place your block of metal down. And you go, and it goes, doing, and it kind of like flicks back into like a flexi ruler shape. Yeah. You see
covered in gold.
You see that, Saya. You see that happen.
I make something that's possibly better. I'm not really sure. I can't even remember if I've made the things beforehand, but I feel as though I have. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I get that feeling. Like deja vu, I suppose. But if you can find any kind of improvements you can do to this, any at all, even if it's just aesthetically, go on ahead. Hey, I'll give you some practice.
I'll just make you a better one, and he'll hand it back to you. I'll just pick it back up.
Okay.
Well, good luck with that. And he sheaths it and makes his way over to the rooms to go take some rest and heal up.
Okay. So you're heading towards the back end of the room. Is that right? It
was like a downstairs section, I think.
Yeah, so it's past the bar. Towards the end of the bar, you've got a door which then leads to another door, which is a cellar door, which is downstairs, which is where your rooms were situated. Mm-hmm. So I would say, as this is happening, as you make your way down, and you have this iteration with Sentry, you make your way down past the bar. What you do see is some of the guards just looking over the bar and looking under and things like that, and just inspecting some of the the rope that the hostages were tied up with, and just like taking bits and just gathering information. But one of the guards kind of like goes to unlock the door, and it doesn't. The one you're about to go to, and it just doesn't. And then they start kind of like jumping and going like shoulder barging it. Another one, third one, and as they end their third bash, they stand back. The door flings open. You see a familiar Hlyn Trollbane, blade at hand, jump out. Right, I'm gonna get you. Who's coming at me? Come on then. Like that. And she realizes immediately it's the guard and go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. Scramshax is back there. I thought you were an orc. Sorry." And you just see the militia kind of go back and go, Markham, we found, and Markham kind of looks over from the other room and goes, bring her over, bring her over, bring her over. Lynn, good to see you, good to see you. And Lynn kind of looks over towards Markham and goes, I would say the same, but it's been a bit of a weird day so far. And kind of like scuttles over towards Sheriff Markham, if anyone does anything.
Say it's dead still and get it from fucking sleep.
Okay, if you're going straight towards it, Helen does spot you and goes,
Yeah.
Sir? Is that you?
Oh, hello, Glenn. You actually survived this, huh?
The rest of you here? Sentry?
Yeah.
Willow?
Your cousin seems to be here as well.
Creek? Oh, also Thazor made it back. Oh, that's good. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
Looks like his little machine actually worked.
Well, I thought that thing was going to get you killed for sure, but I'm lucky you're back. Right. Well, are we talking? I'm going to go over to I'll go that way. We'll catch up later, okay?
Yeah, I need some rest.
Right, no problem. And she just scuttles off, grabs a shield in one hand and an axe in the other and kind of sheaths it. And you just hear muttering between Sheriff Markham, just gracious hellos and just the upscale sounds of greetings. As you make your way through the door, and as you go through the door, Saya, you see sitting on a barrel in the back, with kind of just a coat over him, just kind of with a keg in one hand, and goes, "Well, I assume it's over." And just on the keg is Scramshax sitting there, ruffled face, beard kind of all scraggly and hair everywhere, and kind of like looks towards you and goes, "I kind of don't want to know what's out there. It's going to take some time to repair, I guess."
First.
Say that again, mate.
I would wait until the militia do some clear-up work first.
He kind of nods and just kind of takes a real big swig of this tankette and goes, "Right, well, if it's all the same to you, I'm going to just wait here until it all blows over."
I mean, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. And are there any beds or anything nearby?
So you have to go through the trapdoor hatch downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
So,
open up the
open up.
trapdoor.
Yeah. You start going, make your way downstairs. Yeah. It looks like the downstairs hasn't been touched, luckily. It looks as you found it. So as you make your way down, you see all the doors, some of them open, some of them closed. You do see there's nobody down here. But you do see, like, peering in some of the rooms, you do see some of, like, clothing and bits of items just left as you assume people have left in rush. You have free reign to choose a bed of any room you wish.
Oh, he'll just go to the nearest room and flop down on the bed and take off the necklace he just found and kind of just, like, hold it by the tooth and just kind of stare at it as he slowly kind of drifts off.
Absolutely. You make your way to the room, you do that. It's very peaceful in here. The lantern is kind of lit, quite dull light. It's kind of like a low flicker, a low flame, as it illuminates your face in this very small trinket. Yeah.
Yo, and that's what I'm doing. I'm sleeping.
Okay, brilliant.
I'm sleeping.
The rest of you, what are you up to? Oakland? Athena, Jackal?
I assume I'll probably see Thazor go over to Hlyn, so I'll just probably follow suit.
You do. As soon as Thazor does hear Hlyn's voice, you just see him Scotland run as he shouts, "Cousin, I did it. It worked. It was great. We had a great time." And he kind of like, as he's running past these dead bodies, he's kind of going, "It's been a weird day so far." And you see Hlyn kind of look, goes, "Well, I'm glad you're alive. We'll catch up in a... let me just sort it out with Markham first. Because I think we've got a wee bit of catching up to do." And you see Thaz will just go, "Oh, right. I will try and Not get in your way. And you just see them just walk off from each other.
I'll just go to Jekyll then instead of Flynn.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the plan from here? Looks like she's a little bit preoccupied.
Yeah, I mean, with all the shit that's currently going on here, I was planning to just go out and take a walk. I mean, I needed to pick up some supplies from, well, I believe I could get most of them from the general store. If you wanted to come with, Sentry's gone out to go sort out his business. So he's gone to go get a nap. I mean, the place is full of guards, so he'll be as safe as anything.
Of course, I've got my own little list of shopping to do already, so sounds like a
Then
plan.
why don't we do that?
Oh, I've been waiting for someone to say that all day, and she'll just start walking towards the door.
Jackal and Athena will follow behind to go shopping!
Shopping!
As you walk briskly out of the door. so yeah. As
He
this
smells
is
like shit.
as this is happening, yeah, you just see. I mean, as you're leaving it, Sentry, Oakland, Jackal, you just leave it, and this, it's not a great sight. These mummified bodies. You do see that one surviving civilian, which you did leave, is being medically attended to by one of the militia. You see that it is a kind of middle-aged woman with slash marks all down her face and cuts and bruises everywhere, and she's being held up by one of the militia and being taken to medical attention as you're leaving. But as you step outside, nothing has changed. It's a very normal, weird day in Icewind Dale, especially within Bryn Shander. Everyone's going about their business. There's no strange crowds. And as you're walking through the streets, whereabouts are you going? Where would you like to go?
Oakland, for some reason your name went out my head for a second. I'll let Oakland lead on first.
Is from point
Yeah.
One of many.
What's your name again?
I'll let Oakland do her stuff first, and Jack will just follow behind until she's all done.
Okay.
So Oakland wants to go to a clothing store.
Okay.
Gets herself cleaned up, new clothes, hoodies. She wants to go to a store that will have paper, ink, general supplies, and try and find some amber.
Okay.
And also any store that has got to do with spells and scrolls.
Okay. I would say for some of them, you do really remember that most of that stuff was in the general market, which is normally open every day within the town centre. The spherical one by the Devessa Shane's house. In terms of individual markets, you don't really know any stores necessarily around that sell that kind of stuff just yet, I would say.
Okay.
Unless you make inquiries. Obviously.
First day for everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, she'll make her way to the clothing store. Or a store with clothes.
Okay, well, first things first, what you do remember is that you've seen the kind of weird, bustling marketplace in Bryn Shander. And as you make your way down the long stretched corridor, you do see civilians obviously muttering to themselves, and just make a quick perception check as you're walking, and Jackal as well.
Got a 13.
9 for Athena, and 28 for Jackal.
28 for Jackal. Jackal, you only hear this, and as you're walking through the streets, you're walking down. It's the day is dusk at the moment, obviously because of the Icewind Dale and what happens. You feel obviously it's not early morning, but it's mid-morning now. And you are walking through the stone-cobbled snow streets, crunching snow through your foot, getting blisters of cold as you're walking through, and as you do, you shuffle past a few humans doing their business with large duffel coats on and masks over their face, but with your keen ears and sensing, especially as you're focused in on humans, I would say that you do hear a small mutter of conversation between two passing figures. And you hear the words "saviors of the town," and you hear the words "that's them."
Okay. And this is just as they're walking by. Don't pick up on anything else.
Yeah, you just hear literally just put it in RP. You walk past and go, and it's just mumbling, and you go, "They're the saviors of the town. That's them. That's them." And then you walk off.
Okay, I will. Silent speech to
Me.
Oakland. Silent speech to Oakland, and say, seems like news gets around fast. Looks like we're already being recognized in the talk of the town. Perhaps keep our heads down. We know that we haven't exactly got many friends around here.
Agreed. Especially that I wouldn't say the most flashy, but we have features that are easily recognizable.
No.
Especially one member of the party.
As Jackal will keep his head down lower and keep Athena quite close to him and just carry on following Oakland while she does all her shopping bits.
Shopping!
Okay.
As I'm walking as well, I will mumble to Jackal and just say, "That ring, by the way, I'm not sure what to do with it."
Well, all of this is said back in silent speech. Well, you said it's got necromancer markings on it, but does it do anything?
Yes, it can, well, as I get up the sheet.
It can.
It can.
It can. Well, having a further look at it, it can, the undead, he can either control it or create it.
Whoa.
Instantaneously as well, until it's destroyed. So,
Whoa.
it is not... It's a pretty unique item, but it can only be used by those who practice in the arcane magic.
Well, I take it.
Which is not me.
I mean, why not?
Well, it's only people of necromancy that can use it, Jackal. No one else can. I study in different sorts of magic, but necromancy I've never touched. I don't think I ever can. I might do explore it one day, because it can be quite good sometimes. But this is a darker sort of necromancy.
I'm with you. Sorry, you know I'm not the most magically inclined, but
It's pretty powerful.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna be the one who knows best what to do with it. You're the one of us who dabbles in the magics and the voodoo of this world.
Voodoo,
Voodoo, bitch! Well,
Technically, I do more voodoo than she does.
very true. Well, I'll figure out some sort of a way. I just didn't know what to do with it, because... Yes. But I'll figure out a way. Just... a bit unsettling, that's all. Especially what we're dealing with. But, hey-ho. How are you finding this whole thing, by the way, with Lex, your father?
Oh god, it's so much to take on. I mean, we've been traveling a long time together, and
I mean, I only ever knew about your sister, not your father.
well, to me, I thought he was dead, and I mean, he could well be still, but there is now at least signs that he was alive longer than I thought he was. So whether he's still out there or whether he's dead, I don't know, but it's news to me. It's just comforting to hear that he was doing right by the world rather than wrong.
And he left his legacy as well. But if he is out there, would you want to find him?
part of me is definitely a big yes. I mean, who wouldn't want to find their father? But I mean, I don't know. The last time I saw him was when I was only a boy. It's gonna be intimidating, to say the least.
I couldn't imagine. But I'm here every step of the way.
I appreciate it, Oakland, and the same goes for you.
Just give a little nod.
As you say that, you see Athena just kind of brush up against you and give you kind of a kiddie nudge.
Cute.
As she goes walking across. Everyone make a perception check, Oakland and Jackal.
I'm not sure.
23.
23?
Athena gets a 24,
Very nice.
and Jackal gets a 16.
Yeah, you all pass. So, basically, what this means is you look around immediately and you just go, where's Lex? And you see kind of Athena's ears just puff up and just kind of like looking around. Lex is gone.
That's strange. Wasn't he just behind us?
He was following you out of the North Lock, yeah.
Does he do this often?
I mean, you've been with me the whole time he's been here. He does have a tendency to suddenly go off, but normally, at least the last couple of times he's done it, he's let us know.
While you're having this conversation, you just see kind of Athena just turn around in a kind of just position as you're coming closer towards, and people are still passing you, and it's still a busy street. She kind of like stands there and just kind of looks around. You just see a small sparrow just and just kind of nestle on Athena's head.
That was a great fucking sound.
That's really good.
And,
So accurate. What the fuck?
and you just see you just see a small sparrow on top of Athena's head, and Athena kind of looks up, kind of cross-eyed, and looks on and goes,
Lex, I'm no druid, but not if that's you.
You just get a hop, like a.
I take that as a yes. Let's keep walking.
I mean, come on, any normal sparrow isn't going to exactly jump on a big cat's head now, are they?
A very fair point, but magic is very different nowadays.
Make a quick nature check, Jackal.
Oh.
Ooh.
Testing my IRL skills here.
Nature. Am I any good at nature? No, I'm not. 8.
8. You don't get much. I'm probably going to give you more, but I'll give you the basics. You know that sparrows don't necessarily come out in the winter. It's not normally their time, but he's possibly done it for a reason, maybe so you know it's him. Them. But yeah, he's on top of Athena's head and in the sparrow form.
Sweet. I'll just silent speech to the sparrow and say, in hope that it is Lex and in hope that it does understand me.
Imagine.
Well,
That would be traumatized.
seems like you got the right idea there, Lex. Let's keep a low profile.
You just get kind of a side head, kind of like peck. And
Doing a dancey dance.
no. So
That scene out of Shrek.
you see that, and you continue walking towards the marketplace. Is that right?
Yeah, boy.
Okay. GTA zoom out of you guys into the marketplace, seeing a landscape of snowy rooftops and buildings and people going around their bustling businesses, and zoom straight back into a strange humanoid figure made with iron, grabbing a piece of metal, dragging it through the streets, getting some very strange looks as he walks through.
Just blending in.
Sentry, you are quite large, not massive, but you are quite big for your form. Bringing slabs of metal. I mean, trade isn't that uncommon in Bryn Shander, and different races aren't uncommon either. So it's just the fact that you've just looked very happy with yourself, I would say, with your find. as you're making your way through. But you do eventually, at this point, which is closer than the marketplace, you find your way to the Black Iron Blades smithy.
Nice.
The very familiar kind of winding road that goes into some of the shantiest town settlements. But then you get the wooden cabin effect of this area with this deposited bucket, which you saw before. Currently, as you walk up to, there's no smoke on the top, which would normally indicate that somebody was making something, which you saw before.
Yeah, I'll go, because I know that you said that it was like a open kind of front bit, and then it goes up to the door.
Yeah.
So I'll go on up to the door. I'll obviously pop the medal down on the side and knock. Gone, are you in?
Moment passes. No response.
Wait for a little bit more and knock again.
Okay.
Gone, are you in? I'm looking to use your forge and some of your knowledge to help me.
Make a quick history check for me, please, Cedric.
17.
With 17, you do remember last time in this kind of part of the day that Garn and getting names, Elza normally pitch up within the market selling their wares. So they may not be in.
I will go. I'll go to the market then.
Okay.
I'll leave the medal where it is. So just slow me down at the minute. Nobody else can pick the shit up, so.
So where would you like to leave your metal?
I'll leave it.
Is it 2.5 foot? No, it's 1.5 feet by 1 foot, so it's like nearly a.
It is 1.5 foot by 3 foot wide. Yeah, 450-pound block.
So it was a 3 foot long, 1 foot wide, and you smashed it in half, so it's now 1 foot by 1.5 feet.
No. The beforehand it was even larger than that. That's now the measurements I got from it just being in half now.
3 foot wide. I have to double check on that, but okay.
And I got the 2x6-inch shards.
Yes, you got the small shards.
Yeah.
This thing, when it was out the ground, just for a bit of theatre of the mind, was sticking up 3 foot tall and 1 foot wide, and you smashed it in half. So you got 1.5 that way, and then still the 1 foot side.
Okay.
That's what it was. So
that's fine. Still 450, so.
Yeah,
because
you wouldn't be able to carry 3 foot and 1 foot of shardlin. Just about carry 1.5 by 1 foot.
Gotcha.
But you still have the smaller shards, though. You do have them.
Yeah. What is the measurement again?
1.5 by 1. So it was 3, but you slashed it in half with your natural 20.
Cool.
So half of 3 is 1.5.
Best plan.
And then you got 1 that side, which is still the same width.
Still 450, so that's all good. I'll put it down. Just out of eye shot. Just pop it within the forge area. And then make my way to the market.
Okay, cool. You make your way. You drop it by the forge area. There is a depositing box which you can put armor in, which Jackal has put in before. Would you like to put it in there, or are you going to leave it?
No. Somewhere out the way. Yeah.
Okay, you just place it out of the way. Yeah, you just place it right by the door. There's some barrels and just not weapon racks, like smithy racks and things like that just outside. You just place it right by there.
Yeah, shift some stuff in the way. Cool.
Yeah, cool. And you make your way back towards the winding road, small little alleyway, and then out to the centre streets and towards the centre of the town. At which point we will GTA out and GTA in to Oakland and Jackal again. You guys at this point would have made it to the marketplace. At this point, what you do see is a very bustling streets, which, with your passive perception, Jackal, you would see that you are getting more eyes on you. Not in an uncomfortable way, but more in a recognition way. Very strange. You get one female human just looks towards you and kind of gives you a... as she's basically on one of the stands, kind of like tanning some armour and batting the snow off at the same time. You kind of see like the kind of look towards you. And then he kind of looks and then kind of gives you a smile and like carries on. And then you see walking your way through, you see just some civilians pass as they're just talking to themselves, chewing on some, you'd assume, jerky. And then they kind of like chew and they stop chewing and they kind of look at you and go, and kind of carry on. So you're getting this weird recognition, almost like a celebrity.
Okay, I'm going to remain very perceptive. More so on the fact if anyone's given us any looks that are out of order. Doesn't fit the baseline.
Just make a quick insight check for me, just so I know. With a 15, yeah, good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you.
So as you do, you make your way towards the centre of the marketplace, and again, it's very interesting because you've obviously got those skeletal metal frames that have now been filled with canvas. Very different types of canvas. There are very different textures of different animals and hides, you'd assume, and possibly cloths and clothes. Different tanned, all sorts of fabrics and colours, mainly whites and greys, but you do get the odd flash of blue and crimson. And what happens is you walk through, and as you are walking through, you just see people looking at wares. You see all sorts of races, halflings, you see a few tieflings, you see a few humans, no ganassis, just very mix and array of people, and just a motley crew of all sorts of individuals. You see a flower stall, you see kind of like a small library where you find parchment, inks, pens. You can obviously recognise straight away black iron blades tinging away on their anvil, sharpening weapons for patrons. What is it you're looking for particularly?
So here, if I can find anything, I'm looking just to buy some clothes. I want to buy some paper and ink and some amber. And then after that, I want to find a spell or magic shop or scroll store, anything I can find.
Okay. Immediately you do hit the kind of supplies area, which you see a different owner this time. You saw a gentleman last time, and this is now run by a different person. Different layout as well. Not so many books, but so much you can see there's stacks of parchment. You can see there's all sorts of weird vials and trinkets. And you can see that there are supplies such as pens and rope, and hooks and snow boots and things like that. Yeah, you can go over to that store first if you wish.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay, bear with me.
So I assume probably Jackal wants to get some little supplies and stuff, so I'll head to that one.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Okay. Bear with me a sec. Okay, so as you do, you walk up towards this kind of like covered over skeletal market stall full of all trinkets and goods, and you do see quite a slender gentleman, quite nicely dressed. You see kind of a smallish dicky bow under the thick, long kind of silkish winter coats with orange furs that kind of go down. Very intricate, very interesting. On their face, they've got small kind of glasses that peek over to the end of their longish nose, black hair, long bushy eyebrows, and a kind of lenient stare that's with kind of hazel eyes. And he looks towards you, Oakland, as you approach and goes, "Oh, hello there. May I interest you in my wares?"
So wait, which store am I at?
You're at the supply store.
Supply store. Okay.
There is no name on these, they're just stalls.
Yes, I'm just looking for myself, paper, ink, and any amber that you have. And my friend here would like, and I'll step out the way for Jackal.
Him up and goes, "This is my child."
No!
I'm looking for any of the following if you have them. Either alchemist supplies, disguise kit, a forgery kit, herbalist kit, thieves tools, a poisoner's kit.
As you're listing this very long list out, you kind of see the look on his face and pokes his glasses closer to his eyes and goes, "You are after a rather bunch of things, aren't we?" Well,
I like to keep myself busy.
Nevertheless, I may be able to help you with a few things. First, shall go with ladies because they come first. Am I right?
Of course, is Jack will give like a humble sort of bow and take a step back.
Okay. My dear, you will say you're looking for clothing. Is that right?
I never said clothing.
What did you say? Sorry, just.
Are we at the clothing store, or are we just at
It's
a
general
store?
supplies. General supplies. Yeah.
That's fine. Shopping! I'm just confused because he's like really fucking fancy, but hey.
He is very fancy.
I just said paper, ink, and amber at the
Okay.
moment.
Good to
He
know.
read your mind.
I read your mind with my feeblish
If you
ways.
do have any intricate clothes, I'd be rather, just
Hey, he's a
Okay.
good salesman. He's a damn good salesman. He
Well,
knows what you want.
let's just put this into roleplay. So, he comes over to you and goes, "Well, you're looking for clothes, am I right?"
Oh, have you noticed my attire? Yes.
You're rather.
I had a bit of an accident.
You're looking rather undashing, and we need to fix that immediately.
Excuse me. I was actually pulling off this look for a little while.
Jack will try to hold his laughing.
Well, you see, ladies of the street need a bit of finesse around, especially these rough parts of the dale. I'm sure I can help you with this, with my special stash of clothing for fine wear, if one would like this. It is completely up to you.
Well, thank you, but obviously I am a lady, so I may take a while. So if you could serve my friend first, I'd rather appreciate it, meaning I can take my time. Otherwise, I don't want him waiting here all day for me.
Oh, well, I do say, my dear. I can definitely help out your friend. Right. Sir, would you step up to the podium and just repeat once more for the DM what you would like?
Of course. So I'm after alchemist supplies. It was a disguise kit, a forgery kit, a herbalism kit, a poisoner's kit, and thieves tools.
Well, you do have an ample ingredients list for trouble. And he kind of gestures to your look. Did you say thieves' tools?
I did indeed.
Well, I definitely cannot supply you with any act of enfeeblement, any sort of act of defying the law, unfortunately. But I do have things to make your alchemy needs, I suppose.
Okay, and how much would that be setting me back?
Just out of game, how much do you need?
I need the actual supplies.
So you need
kit,
the alchemy supply kit. Yeah,
basically.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Bear with me a second.
Which is the same for all these. I'm looking for the kit.
I love it, by the way, Jam. Goes up to straight individual. I'm looking for something that will help me break into places.
Hey, wait! There's going to be some money being slipped in.
Let's see how much of a gambler Jack is.
Yeah, let's see. You see
Hello there. Have you got things to rob on the store owners?
You see them turn round and go, just one moment, please, for me. Let me just gather what I do have. And you just see them in the distance kind of go in there towards their kind of like half-closed tent. You see them kind of like take out bits and just moving some like chests out the way, opening and closing them and moving them across. It takes a moment or two and goes, I have it here. Perfect. And you see him bring out this very small kind of black box, but opens it up, and inside you do see the Alchemist Kit you need. In very good condition, one of a kind, and he goes, oh, well, I was passed this down, and I never knew when I would need it, but I knew I would come in handy for you. This would be 50 gold piece, please, if you require it.
Okay. And do you have any of the other items that I might be looking for?
Well, as I was shuffling around, and he pulls out a small, kind of like, a smaller, flatter box and chest, which is actually kind of like engraved in all sorts of different kind of wooden patterns of leaves, and it's very intricate, this thing. And you'd open it up, and inside is the herbalist kit. You find it for mashing and combining herbs with a pestle mortar and all sorts of bits.
Lovely stuff. Anything else of my fair shopping list?
Well, for you, these are within the lore and what I can supply you, obviously.
In that case, how much could you do for the both of them?
Well, together, my good sir, they are 55 gold piece each. Not each, sorry, together.
Oh, same.
I'll do you 52.
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage. Because of things.
You're short on that.
Oh, let me get my pipe.
Slashy.
Let me get the fight.
14 on my persuasion.
Okay, bear with me a sec. God, imagine if I just made a character sheet for this guy.
Now roll initiative.
Roll initiative. What did you get, sorry?
14.
13.
So you see him come over to you, and he pushes his glasses once more towards his eyes, looks towards you and goes, that will do very fine, I suppose, for you. But I hope you have better luck elsewhere with your not so right in nature ways.
Hey, whoa. There's nothing against the law. I do a lot of dungeon delving, if you know what I mean.
You see a big sigh come from the figure as he leans back and goes, right you are. Anyway, pleasure doing business with you. Please remove 53, is it, did you say? Gold?
52.
53, because you made a
Trying
shitty
to rip
joke.
you off.
No joke. 52, yeah. 52 gold from your person.
Cool. Sweet.
Okay. Now, for the lady, I suppose.
Yes.
Have you had enough gathering time?
Yes, let me know what you have.
Well, what is it the lady requires?
Well, first of all, I mean, if you have any clothing for me to change out of these nasty things that I have, that'd be great. But if not, I need paper, ink, and if you do have any amber, I'd appreciate it.
Darling, hush now. We can sort you out, no problem. You listen. Gerwin has your absolute attention, and I will be your humble servant to your catering needs for any sort of clothing. Let me show you what I have. And he goes out the back. Again, opens the half-opened tent, goes further back and brings out this small chest on chest, and brings them out and opens them up.
Apollo will flutter onto Oakland's shoulder and just observe him.
Okay.
To make sure he's not doing anything. Just to make sure that he's not like trying to do anything to be suspicious or.
The fuck?
I think I found something that he was after.
There you are!
I heard everywhere.
So, I think we should go from the point of you summoning Apollo, I believe.
Yeah, just on my shoulder, gonna be straight on him.
Okay, so on the shoulder, make a perception check through Apollo's eyes for me.
I won't be looking for Apollo, it's just Apollo on his own.
Oh, it's just Apollo just having a chill, is he? Okay.
Yeah, just chilling on my shoulder, gonna be watching the dudes. And I'll also be looking at him, making sure he's not doing anything mischievous that he shouldn't be doing.
Just for fun, no problem. Fucking cat! There he is. A second. Just going to put that soundtrack back on it. So, yes, okay, so you're watching it. As he does, he brings out about 5 or 6 different briefcases, small chests and all sorts of storage devices for some sort of clothing. And he brings out a array of women's clothes and just sort of stands there and goes, well, you'll see and find that this is my finest collection. What you'll see here, and you basically see 3 decent outfits in front of you. One of them is a all red velvet styled dress, which is completely tucked in the waist area, very regal as the dress falls down to probably about knee width, and it's got these little frills and lapels going on with these gold embroidered edges and kind of like really nice silk effect to it. The next one is more of a kind of, I would say, outgoing kind of, I'm trying to put this into medieval context. So tight pants, but leather pants, which would be covered with fur, and it has accompanied with it a kind of corset, which is black and white, all this kind of intricate design around it, as well as a shoulder piece that falls over like a shawl, and then like an overcoat, a very small cropped overcoat, which is a small jacket that reaches up to the sleeves. And the last one is a very oversized fur jacket made of different furs in different areas, but very regal and royal. And what you see underneath it is odds and sods, such as like your basic clothing, your cloth clothing and stuff like that. So what do you make of these?
I mean, the middle one sounds interesting. I could probably do a bit of that.
Well,
not keen on the red, though. I'm not much of a dress person.
Well, this was owned by a royal, you know. It was inherited to me and sold through the channels of which I am in master of. And if you wear this, you're wearing royalty, but okay, I will trust you. The middle is, I would say...
You have no idea what I wear.
I don't want to guess, hence why we're moving on. So, I would say that the leather pants and furs mixed with the corset is more your style, would you say?
It's doable.
Okay, well,
I'm thinking more like the blacks and the purples and just more my standard. But this will do.
Okay, absolutely. Well, I can let all of this go for you for 75 gold pieces, should you wish.
Okay. And this jacket, what colour is the big coat?
The big fur coat is like almost like a lynx coat. It's like trying to think of the word, like a beige tan fur. Like you get on the Parker hats you get on the fur and the hood, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Is it really thick?
Yes, very thick.
Okay. That's too thick for me. Yes, I think I'll go with the middle one.
Absolutely.
With the small shawl.
No
I
problem.
don't need the jacket, but I'll take it just in case.
Absolutely. You can have this, and I will package it up for you and give it to you in a small pack. How's that?
Perfect.
And he gets some parchment out, larger parchment, starts wrapping it all up and places it over with a string and bow and really nicely presents it to you.
Thank you.
I would put, leather pants, woolen leather pants with accompanying corset and shawl in your inventory, if you wish.
Cute.
It gives you the jacket anyway. It's part of the outfit.
That's fine. I'll take it just in case.
The shawl itself is quite thick. It's made out of, normally they're quite thin material, but this is quite thick material. It has got fur-lined edges. It's very nicely silk made with a black kind of shimmer to it. And it has a small engraving in the side, which you see the etchings TR.
TR. Was this ever owned by someone?
Are you asking that question?
Yeah.
Well, all of my possessions are either hand-me-downs or collectibles, so I assume so.
Interesting. Do I recognise it in any way? Probably not, but just
Make
curious.
a quick insight check. Perception check. Insight.
11.
Insight the clues. 11. No.
That's fair. Cool. I'll take this, and I'll pass him the 75 gold.
Take 75 out your inventory, yep.
Yeah, boy. And now I'm just looking for my paper, ink, and if you have any amber. The amber is probably the most important at this time.
Well, we have plenty of paper, parchment, I think. But I'm not sure about the amber. I do have a fair few trinkets, just for costume wear, as you see. But not real amber. I will have a quick gander and have a look, but I'm not sure.
Thank you. It is awfully important.
I will have as many... On the bright side, you can have as many parchments as you like. I have over 150 different styles of parchment. And you just see this huge stack on stack right by him.
Cool.
So how much would you take?
I will wait until I get amber first.
Okay.
Well, if he's got any amber,
He does.
I'll
He
wait.
does look around and he starts looking at the trinkets and putting them back on the shelves and in boxes and looks around, turns back to you and goes, "Unfortunately, I don't believe I have the amber available to you, but there might be someone in town who does. I only come here to these parts every so often, so I'm not sure who is on today."
That's a shame. Okay, I'll take some parchment and ink. How much does he have there, gold piece-wise, I can see?
I mean, we're talking over 100 gold piece worth of parchment, easy.
Okay, I'll take 100 gold piece worth of parchment.
Okay, no problem. He gives you the stack as well, just places it on your on the table.
And how much ink do you have?
How much do you need, dear?
Just a fair amount.
Well, I have 2 pots full. You may have these. These are my last, and just 2 medium-sized pots of ink.
And how much will they be?
Oh, that's only 2 gold piece for them.
I'll take it.
No problem. Well, aren't you the patron of my fine wares?
Yeah, it's a shame about the amber, though. I could do with that.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately,
thank you for your help.
Unfortunately, I cannot muster things I don't have.
It's just
So-
a shame. But yes, thank you for your kindness, and I will now leave.
Oh, thank you, and I will look out for that stunning ware that you've bought around the streets of these ghastly times, and hopefully a little bright shining light into my fashionista life, once supposed. And he's very
And-
flamboyant with his arms, and you can kind of see that this person is very passionate about the fashion side of things.
I can tell. I will walk out.
Okay? And as you do, he kind of like waves and goes, "Bye, dear, you've been absolutely stunning."
Well, that was awkward, Jackal. Can we get out of here quick?
Yeah, and you do look dashing, Willow. As he'll try to mimic the guy.
Make a performance check.
15.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He does a pretty good job. Like it's almost there. Like behind the musky, husky tones of his Texan ways, you hear the kind of undertone of this common, very very polite English come through.
Ha ha ha! Very funny.
As we're walking back, though, yeah, just I might wander a bit, but let's at least carry on or head back and DM using this, please.
Oh God,
Thieves can't. I would like to look around for anywhere which marks potential black market dealers or thieves guild spots.
brilliant, fantastic. Okay.
It's in the second bit. She states it more. So looking on walls, looking down alleys.
I'll stick with Jackal, but while he's doing his little observation, I'll look for anything to do with spell stores or anything, but I'll stick with him.
Okay. Just bear with me because you threw a curveball at me.
Bam!
For the more dodgy items on the market.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, just while you're looking around.
Sweet. 17.
Okay. With a 17, you're looking around. I would say you're in the middle of the circle. I would say square, but it's not a square, it's a circle. And you go towards the centre of it, and you just have a little look around. You glimmer at something very interesting with that particular skill. You go to the centre. You know there's a small spire in the middle made of makeshift rocks. You go towards there. About 3 rocks up on this pile, you do see a small symbol, which I will send to you later on in date.
Nice.
Where is the thing? Hold on, let's just have a look. Okay. Does it say you understand these?
Yes.
Okay. So you do see a symbol. I'll describe it to you. The symbol is a... what's it look like? Yes. So it is a triangle, like this. The point at the top and the flat base at the bottom, like a pyramid. There is a small circle in the middle and a tail hanging down, which you identify as the symbol for dig, or basically find something.
Egg.
Yes, dig.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And that is in the centre spire of this makeshift, like, stacked rocks in the centre of the marketplace. And you brush off a few bits of snow and dirt, and you do recognise a very slight engraving of this.
Okay. Is there anywhere directly below it, like snow, soil?
You kind of go down and you move the snow out of the way, and it's all cobblestone. Just pure cobblestone.
I want to have a closer look around the area, see if there's any more hints, maybe turning things out the way. Basically, just having a closer inspection, see if anything else is there, any more hints.
Just make a general investigation check while you're there.
I thank you.
Oakland, you see him investigating for this, just so you know.
That's fine. I probably recognise it, so I'll just.
15. We are not rolling bad tonight.
15. I would say with the 15, there's nothing else around it that looks any sort of guides or clues.
I'm going to turn around to Oakland, still sort of crouched on the floor looking around. Oakland, do you have any kind of tool just to crack up this cobblestone?
You're asking me. I'm just gonna look at the stone. Does it look like a weak sort of stone? Does it look quite hard?
I'm not gonna make you roll for this. So basically, what it looks like is your general medieval cobblestone patchwork floor, where it looks like it's been layered upon layered with rocks over the time. You can see it's not even at all. It's very jagged, and you kind of see that maybe at some point someone's laid some sort of cement down. So you'd have to get through stone and some sort of thick layer of concrete, makeshift concrete.
Well, unless I make you larger and you're like super strong or something, then no, I don't really have any tools.
Maybe not then.
And she'll flicker into her spellbook and have a quick look.
Okay. As you're doing this, I will say zoom out of GTA-wise and back into Sentry's view. I would say at this point you are halfway down the one-way street or two-way street of the central gully way towards the centre of town, passing all these patrons as you do normally, and passing some, just general tradesmen walking through with barrels and materials just walking past you. You do see a small dwarf figure with black hair and a long black beard, with a partner of sorts or whatever it might look like, look towards you, Sentry, and you see with your passive, you see the facial expression look at you and then kind of like look at you and double take and then kind of like puts hands on his hips and goes, "Well, I never," and then walks off.
It's not gone Elza, is it?
No. They're unrecognisable to you. You've never met that person before.
Rolling.
Yep. And you continue walking down. I would say at this point with the whole interaction with Oakland, you make it towards the centre of town. What would you like to do?
I'll go over to where their stall was last time, or at least have a look around, see if I can see where they are at the minute.
Okay. And as you do, you walk over towards them, and I would say, Sentry, you do see, as this is close to where you've just been, you see Jackal and Oakland just finishing up what they're doing and looking around the centre stone, essentially.
Gone. Elza, sorry. I don't mean to intrude, and I didn't want to.
Hello again.
Pleasure. How are you both?
Well, we're doing great, considering the times and all. But business is slow at the moment, unfortunately. How can I help you?
I'd like to ask to be able to use your forge, if I may.
Use our forge? Oh, you mean... Right. You mean you want us to make something for you?
No, I've come into some knowledge, and I believe I can use the forge myself to be able to craft something. But I would like to ask, would the two of you be able to help me in the craft of it? Possibly that would be helpful in ensuring that it's done rightly.
You see them tie. Well, you see Gorm tie his hair up into a ponytail and start plaiting it as it's in the way. Takes his kind of like dirty gloves off and goes, "You want to, if I get this right, you want to use our forge and you want us to teach you how to use it?"
No, I know how to use it. Your assistance in making something would be beneficial. Some help
And
or aid.
And what benefit is it in for us? As we're very busy people, you see. I can't just take time out just to make things for folk like yourself.
If you're particularly busy, is it a list of things that you have to create?
Absolutely. We've got at least 116 swords and shields and armor to fix for the militia. I mean, that's a start.
Do you find yourself in need of another blacksmith?
Well, seeing as we're a family business, we don't tend to take people on. But aye, we do.
Would you look to help me in my craft, and I'll become under your employment for the times that I'm in Bryn Shander? I can assure you I'll have far more work done than anyone else.
Are you offering us to... You're working for us, but yet you want to use our forge to make something?
Yes.
Right. I'm sure if you could ease the load, I'm sure we can work something out.
What a Saturday job.
Great. Shall I go in?
Century CV, sorry, I'm just... Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I go and put the forge on?
Well, I tell you what. If you sharpen some of these swords for us, and mend some of the armor and the stacks over there, then follow me after, and we can talk about moving forward with your offer.
Sure. And I'll go and begin to mend. I suppose he then has a what, anvil.
So he has an anvil and a wheel which you sharpen weapons and armor, or whatever you need to sharpen.
Yep.
And you see at the moment, as you're walking through, Elsa is at the far end with a few swords and a stack on the floor. A few stack on the floor. And you see Elsa looks over towards you and goes, "Hi, well, I couldn't help but overhear what's going on over here. You want to help us?"
Well, the help's needed, and I need a forge to be able to use, but I believe it can be mutually beneficial for the time that I'm here. See, whilst the two of you are very good blacksmiths, you two need to sleep and eat, and I do not. So whatever you can make in your 6 hours, I can make in continuously.
You see, you see Elsa and Garn look at each other and kind of like go, and then you see Garn kind of reply and go, "We don't sleep."
No, I just continue.
So, let me get this right, Elsa. This guy is made out of metal. He doesn't sleep, and he wants to work for us continuously. And you hear Elsa go, "Well, it sounds like a bit of an offer there, bro. I feel like we do need the help. We are bogged down," and she points at all the stuff that she needs to do, all the weapons and the armor and stuff that needs polishing and fixing, that are on racks and on the floor. And you see Garn turn around to you and just go, "Right, consider yourself on a probation."
Hell yeah, I can make some money from this as well. Yes!
You got your first job, Century.
And you see Elsa pick up these few swords and go, "Right, well, there's 25 swords here that need sharpening before midday. And we've also got some armor polished back there. I'm going to start that. You can do this, and we'll see where we're at in about, say, an hour."
Yep.
This is already stressing me out listening to it.
Do you eat or anything? I mean, you don't sleep, so I'm assuming you don't eat.
No, I'm fine.
Well, that's fine. More jerky for me. Right, let me get on polishing then. And you just see her kind of like move over to the side of this, further back in this rack under this tent, as you've moved to the side now, on the side pedestal with this reel of swords and just the sharpening circle thing. You have to basically pedal.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do that.
Cool.
This is just a shopping episode.
I suppose then there's a forgery supplies or smith tools over on the side kind of thing.
Yes, there's plenty.
Wicked, cool. Oh, nice! I get smith tools for free for working for them. Woo!
Look at it that way.
Nice. Love it. Cool.
So yeah, you do that, and Jackal and Oakland, I would say this is the point with which you start finishing off, looking how to break through the floor. But you also see in the distance, working for a smithy, you see Sentry just starting sharpening swords.
Interesting.
He's about 30-40 feet away from you right now. Just in the distance.
Is there any other eyes looking at us? Is there a lot of crowds which are paying a lot of attention to us? Are we like in the middle of the town or to the side? Like, I just want to know.
Yep, you're smack bang in the middle of the centre, so just make a quick perception check, see what you can see.
Great.
Everyone's just like-
Perception. 22.
22. We're talking hundreds of people passing you left, right, and centre. Some coming through your way, some going around. People going about their business, looking at the different stalls. Yeah, there's plenty.
Well, I do have an idea, Jackal, but I don't think I'd be able to use it in front of the crowd. We'd look a little bit inconspicuous, so I think this is more of a night job. Possibly. If not early morning.
I mean,
But I can do it from a distance, so...
I've never actually entangled with the Thieves Guild, only sort of read and had a few encounters with some shady people in the past, and I've sort of learnt my way through them, but seems like more of a... Well, it seems like more of a nighttime kind of jobby activity thing anyway, so it doesn't seem like such a bad suggestion.
Perfect. Well, what do you want to do now? I do want to look for magic shops, but unfortunately I'm a little bit out of pocket. I do need to find some amber, if you do ever come across it. It is a rather expensive thing, but hey. But also, if you ever do see a magic shop, I'd like to go in there.
Well, that's the thing. I was hoping to use this to maybe try and find a dodgy dealer, but like you said, it could be more of a nighttime thing. I mean, early morning, it's not likely that they'll be kicking about, but magic shops we can keep an eye out for. I mean, other than that, what do you want to do? We can go Oak Sentry for a bit.
Well, he looks rather busy. I'd say we'll have a quick look around, see if we can find a magic shop, because I am curious, because the only one that wasn't really a magic shop, it was more of a library, was the one that, I got a book from Marvin, that, the Moon book, so that's the only one I've ever seen. So if we do see one, that would be great. If not, then I think we should head back to Saya. I know he's trying to rest, but I am concerned.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't save some time? We go have a walk, and is Lex still perched on Athena?
This whole time, yeah.
Sweet. And I will look down towards Lex and say, Lex, can you do us a favor? You might have a better view of what we're looking for from up above. See if you can find us any kind of a magic shop for Oakland over here to have a browse.
You just see the sparrow kind of start jumping around and kind of looking at you, just that really twitchy like the head and looking sideways, and you just see the sparrow just go and just fly off into the distance. Yeah. and off it goes.
Nice.
And you kind of miss it within the snow flurry. You just see it kind of dissipate.
Fair idea.
There you go. Well, why don't we go take a walk? And I'm sure if he finds anything, if they find anything, then they'll be able to find us again.
I would like
Sounds like a good idea.
I would like the whole party to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Oh.
24.
Mountain. Oh, I do love me making some nice shaped swords.
Fuck!
Sorry,
Inspiration!
I'm next.
Inspiration!
You got inspiration.
I do.
Okay, re-roll them.
'Cause I never used the one that you very kindly gave to me.
Yay!
An egg!
Say it.
Say it, you
Wisdom
bastard!
Wisdom saving throw, please, mate.
You can do it if you B and Q it.
You can do it if you believe. When
Wisdom
you
He's beginning to believe.
Wisdom save, yeah?
No. Yes. Okay.
Well, doing pretty good.
You all simultaneously feel like someone's hands are on your skull, to the point of where you just stand there and you twitch and you look around, and then nothing happens.
I love inspiration.
What was that?
You all feel it. This is a straight. It's like someone's just almost touched the inside of your head, and then it's just gone, just flicking out.
I'm going to do a quick perception check to look around the area to see if I can see anyone acting dodgy or looking at us.
Okay, make a perception check. Say you felt this and you come from your slumber. If you were awake,
Natural one.
you're
Never
now
mind.
awake.
No, I was sleeping.
Okay, you come awake from this.
How long has it been then?
I would say maybe 2-ish hours.
Okay, so I did a short rest then.
You can go back to sleep and get your full 7 hours in.
Yeah,
if you
I'll go. I want to get a full rest.
wish. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I've got a natural one, so
Natural one. Yeah,
head hurts.
a lot of people. Head hurts. Yeah.
Owie.
Oh, that was rather odd.
My head felt like it almost slipped for a second. That was weird.
It does hurt. Did you get the same thing?
Yeah, that can't be a coincidence.
Strange. Does anyone else... I know I made a really shit perception check, but does anyone else go at the same time when like any pedestrians or anything?
No.
No?
I mean, you're looking
Okay.
around. This doesn't require a check. Everyone's going about their business.
No. Ah! Okay. Well, we have to remember we do have some shadow people after us, and we also have an archmage. So, not something to
Maybe.
forget.
Or maybe a bit of brain freeze. Fuck knows, honestly.
At the same time. Interesting. And I don't
Yeah.
freeze.
I'm trying to stay positive.
I see.
We can't catch a break, not even once. It's just.
Well,
keep
it's
our
just
guard
a shame that I push Jackal,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start running towards the tavern. I go, race you!
up. Jackal jumps on Athena and chases after Oakland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, no, isn't that
Because-
half your movement because I pushed you over? I'm joking.
Depends how hard you want to push him. If so, you can make an attack roll. I don't mind.
No, I just
yeah, I
pitch
do,
nudge him
I
out the
do.
way and I start
Yeah.
running.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Little childish, friendly nudge.
Yeah.
Okay, you start running, bombing it past people. You start dodging. I would like both of you to make dexterity saving throws, just very quickly.
Cool.
Sweet. Do I do this for Athena?
Yes. Well, actually, yes,
That's 11.
Just watching it whilst I'm just like,
What the fuck are they doing?
you do. Okay, with a 14, I would say that Jackal, you're bang on the DC. Oakland, unfortunately, you go and run, and then you're looking behind you, and you get two human figures who are carrying what can only be described as a big rug, as they're carrying it quite low, and you just head and tumble straight over them as they look down towards you as you've dropped it, and they go, Dad, I've told you many times to be careful! As you see the smaller human figure to be kind of looking towards, and you see them go, Dad, I've told you not to shout at me in public! And they kind of pick the rug back up and go, sorry! And they just walk on.
That's fine. She'll just get out, brush herself off, and like just try and catch up.
Yeah, you brush yourself off. You've made kind of a slick area in the snow here, and yeah, you've kind of like made a bit of an angel. You get up as Athena kind of comes straight over towards you.
You hear light chuckling, but you don't hear it out loud. You hear it in your head.
Thanks.
The best kind of weird chuckle.
Thanks. I just stick my middle finger up and go, you cheated! You're not meant to use Athena.
It's not my fault if you stacked it. If anything, it's an advantage to you. I mean, I'm just weaving in and out of people's legs. 35 feet moving speed. Halfling nimbleness.
Are you calling me a
dodging
lanky
and diving
shit?
on and off of Athena, just going... just like... Yeah, just basically just doing all sorts of weird stuff.
Oh,
Ninja
dear.
style.
If you smack each other asses as well, then they don't even get an attack of opportunity either.
Idiot!
Anyway,
Oh, dear.
yes, you start running towards the North Look. Are you doing anything in your journeys as you're running over and dodging in this musical
just-
sense?
Looking for a spell shop.
Okay, yeah. Which you sent, I believe, Lex on the mission to.
Yeah. I'm just going to look at the same time.
Okay, you go up the same street which you've been up a few times, and there's still no obvious spell shop.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll just catch up to Jackal.
Okay, you do. You
She's
just
probably run like that before in a childish manner, so she's got a very big grin on her face.
okay, brilliant. As you do, and as you're charging towards, and there are people coming past you in all sorts of different directions, you do see in front of you. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw again, very quickly.
Okay.
DC 12 for this. Quite low.
6.
A 6. As you're running straight towards where Jackal is, you dodge over a few other people and scoot out of their way. But as you are running straight towards, an owl, white owl, flies straight towards you and scoops and literally hits you over the head as you move over and dodge it. And you fall over on your arse. But yeah, you look back and you just look up and think, wow, that was strange.
A white owl?
Swoop in
Apollo
and
would
take
chase after it.
Okay. Apollo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see just Apollo just
Instinctively, he would
Take
just
off.
go,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Meow.
take off.
And
Yeah, so it's
take off and we'll follow it
Okay.
to see what it does.
Okay. Yeah, it's following.
Not too far. Not too far, but just wants to like see where it's going.
Okay, so it's just swooping and follow. You see there's them tailing each other like a dogfight. Yeah.
I get back up and go, I'm not running anymore. My head hurts. And she will just get up and walk.
Okay, that's fine.
And just watch out for owls.
With your clothes and your paper and everything else. I mean, how are you transporting this? Just so I'm aware.
I was holding it.
You're holding
like,
stacks
my
of paper.
My paper's like, I put it most, I
Okay.
assume, in my satchel
Okay,
and that, but
for
my
this-
clothes and my ink I'm probably holding.
Yeah,
if
for
not, my
this-
ink's in my bag, so
for this-
I don't really know.
For this, I would say that you've got a nice little parchment of clothes and some bits, and just like at school, like a typical school scene where you drop all the papers, you just pick them all up and gather them back again, and yeah,
Yeah.
flies everywhere. They're all intact. It's fine. You didn't go anywhere too serious. But yeah, you continue your way to the Norfolk.
Yeah.
You make your way to the doors. Sentry, are you still continuing to be an NPC at this point?
Yep.
Okay, brilliant. Good to know. I mean, Sentry, what you're seeing at the moment is just basically Garn and Elsa just talking to each other just about their day, how they're very helpful that you're here and making jokes about that you're here and serving some patrons. And at one point they do ask you to come and serve, but they go, actually, no, they kind of like take it back and just do it themselves. But yeah, you're carrying on doing your work. So as you make your way to the Northlook, Oaklin and Jackal, what you do see is the doors are now barred from the outside. with a large wooden plank over the front, made with a makeshift 2 hooks on the side, as it looks like it's somewhat closed.
Say it's inside.
You bang on the door? You
Fuck off!
You banging on the door, Jackal?
I'm indeed.
Okay, you bang on the door. Just wait a moment. No response.
Is that like a little window?
There are a few windows. They're a little bit higher up. They are stained glassed, but you can see through them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look through a little window and see if anyone's in.
Okay. You will have to stand on someone to do this.
I can jump.
Okay, you can jump, right? Yep. You get a very quick glance. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
I can try and jump. I'm fairly tall.
Single digit.
That's a 13.
A 13. With a 13, you look inside and you go, woof, and you very quickly through the diamond-shaped stained glass, the normal, I would say, orange and yellow colours you see through, that the militia are still in there.
I'll go back to Jackal. They're still in there, but they're not letting us in. Is there any way that you can speech to them or something?
I've got a way to get in.
Of course, and she'll stand watch.
Is this a new T-shirt?
I've got a way to get in.
Jackal 2021.
Let's do it. Let's produce it.
Okay.
Is there like a side alley along the side, or is it like attached?
So this is on the corner of the basically shanty towns of different levels of buildings. These things are somewhat maybe 30 feet, some of them are 10 feet, some of them 15. They're all different levels, and it's just on this corner, looking very out of place, but looking very nice in its appearance in terms of an all rustic version of a pub, if you will.
Okay, I'll go to what looks like the quietest side of the pub. So I'll go around.
So one is facing the front door, the other side is facing towards the alleyway you went towards Beldora, so that's the side that's quieter. Yeah.
We'll go down that side then, and then once it's quiet, I will tell Athena to go up to the roof, and I will give her my hempen rope to hold in her mouth.
Oh god, right, okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. She's got a climb speed. She just starts jumping on these different like shanty buildings and wooden tops and all sorts, and just you just hear shuffling at one point. You assume she's at the top.
Sweet, and then once she reaches the top, I will ask her to drop down one end of the rope whilst holding onto the other.
Yeah, she does it with her mouth. She just nudges it over and it kind of falls, and she's got one end in her mouth and the rest is just dropped down.
Sweet, and I will begin to climb it whilst asking Athena to pull me up as well.
Do you know what? Take a point of inspiration for that. That's really creative. Like it a lot.
Yes!
Very, very good.
Yeah,
So,
boy!
as you do, but I would like you to make an athletics check, please.
As a distraction to make sure that he's not being noticed. I'm just going to be bashing on the front door and go, "Hello, it's the new dawn. I'm outside. It's Oakland."
Okay. You do shout that.
Yeah, I'm just like bashing on the door.
Okay, just bashing on the door, and
That way they hear me instead.
okay. Just make an athletics check for me.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Either one. Up to you.
Thank you. Oh, natural 20! 28.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Like the SAS, you just bring yourself towards the top of the building. Yeah. This thing is about 30-ish feet high, maybe just under. So, yeah, you got a bit of climbing to go.
Sweet. Okay, so once I'm at the top, I'm going to look for the hole that was originally made in the roof.
Oh, brilliant. I love it.
And then with Athena still holding the rope in her mouth, I'm going to chuck the rope down and then like FBI SWAT rappel down the rope into the...
Okay, so as you're doing this and you've just about come to the top, Oakland, you just hear a rustling come through the door as you hear just a kind of like other side. You hear, is Wait, is this Oakley?
Yes, is this Sheriff Markham?
Yeah. Talk through.
Yes. I'm outside, and obviously you've got our friend inside, so I would like to get some sleep as well, if that's okay. I mean, we don't really have anywhere else to stay.
Well, with Barley inside, we're staying in for the night. Make sure everything's all right in here. But try again tomorrow. We'll have some more information about then.
No, it's not happening. I'm getting in.
Alright.
You are currently
I'd
holding
like
my friend
that
hostage,
linked.
technically, so you have to let me in, otherwise I will go higher.
Well, as the sheriff of this here town, I'm advising you don't come in. And if your friend isn't here, we'll have to ask him to leave.
Why? What is so important in there that we can't come in, even though we were the reason it stopped?
Well, as far as we're concerned, this is a scene of a crime, and plenty of murders, plenty of families to make sure we contact and identify, and we've got a lot of work to go and do. We can't be having people coming in and out, can we?
Fine, I'll just stay out here all night in the cold, even though we did all the work. And she'll just walk away and sit on the bloody step.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Fuck you, Sheriff Markham. That's an 8.
You just hear, alright, I'll see you soon then. And so what you basically then... well, okay, so sequence of actions. That happens, you walk away. Jackal, you're now on the roof, which is kind of like, I would say it kind of goes into an apex at the top. It's a triangular roof. But one of the sides is collapsed in, and you can see basically where the plates of this roof have just fell off. And yeah, there's a gaping big hole, obviously where you left it. You go over with Athena with rope in mouth, and you ask her to launch it down, and you do so, yeah?
Sweet. Would I have heard what Clint said at the front? Was it loud enough, or would I not have heard it?
Make a perception check with disadvantage. It's so far away.
That's
I
fine.
was trying to
I'd
make
give
a
it
scene,
chance.
by the way, to get his
Yeah.
attention.
You did make a noise, but from what he heard is
16?
no.
Shit. Okay. In that case, I'll still go in. Yeah. So throw the rope down, and we're repelling.
Okay, so you throw the rope down. As soon as the rope goes down and hits the floor, you just basically see over the guards just start to like look up. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm repelling down.
Okay, so as you start to rappel down, you just see Sheriff Markham look over. Boys, we got someone. Quickly, everyone come around. And the moments pass, and you see he identifies you. Goes, what the fuck are you doing? as you're coming down, you just see the spears at the ready, and they're kind of like, oh, hold off, boys, hold up. Who the right.
You just
And you just hear Jackal, right? It's Jackal, innit? Yeah. As you come to the ground, yeah.
I can just imagine Athena just looking over the edge of the giant hole, all the way up in the air.
Dude, this is cinematic to fuck. You got snow coming in, you got you coming down. That's brilliant.
Oh, you wouldn't open the door. I thought I'd check if everything was all right.
You see his hands in his head and just rubbing his temples and say, "This is a fucking crime scene. You are not supposed to be in here. We're gonna ask you to leave, and your friend, who apparently is downstairs. Go and get him, and we can leave."
Fuck off! I'm trying to get a long sleep. I will get my long rest.
Well, I mean, for dealing with your issue, I appreciate that this is a crime scene, Sheriff, but, this was our only place to stay for the night. Surely you're not going to leave us to be out in the cold for the night. I mean, we could just be downstairs. We ain't going to be in your way. All the shit happened up here, after all.
Do you take me for a goblin's arse, Jackal?
Yes.
We did stab a few of them.
There are plenty of places to stay around Bryn Shander.
Right then, Sheriff. In that case, I will. I'll get out of your hair, and Jackal will hold back onto the rope and silent speech to Athena to take him up.
So, in this moment, you just see you wrap the rope around your arm, so you just see Jackal just
It's Mary Poppins shit, this is.
opposite Mary Poppins, just go back up, and you just hear just Markham from the bottom just say, "And don't fucking come back until you're supposed to." Fucking hell.
Once Jackal's back up, he will find a safe way down from the outside of the roof.
And you just hear, once you hit the roof, "You forgot your friend."
he
And Saya, at this moment, you hear on your door.
I ignore it.
The door just opens. Apparently you've got to leave. So up you get.
He just kind of rolls off the bed and falls onto the floor like.
Okay, yeah.
Just like fuck off! I
Just
don't want to go to school.
Just before you just see a bald-headed militia armored in plates, spear at the side, just kind of looking in and go, "We've got to leave now, unfortunately." Sheriff's orders.
He gets up and gets his stuff without saying anything, just like whatever. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just trundle on past him and make your way up the stairs.
Is that a short or long rest?
That is a short rest, my friend.
Fuck. Okay.
We'll
So-
go and get one.
So you make your way up the stairs, and he ushers you towards the stairs up to the top, and you just see a very angry and impatient Sheriff Markham, just arms crossed, plates on show, just waiting for you to come up the stairs, and just being like, "Is there anybody else waiting downstairs?"
For yourself. It's your job, isn't it? And then I walk past and
Get a very raised eyebrow from Markham. There's
Ooh, tension.
And how do you expect to get out of here? We're locked in.
I have my ways. I've got to.
I'm waiting.
So how is the
30
rope
feet.
still dangling from
That's up to Jackal.
Jacko? Did you leave the rope there?
Oh no! He got dragged back up with Athena.
Okay, let me look at my inventory.
Shit.
What do I have? What do I have? Oh, I can jump higher now. Maybe how far is it?
This is roughly 28 feet high.
Okay.
You've got
have
people
a-
to jump off, if not tables.
That's true. I could make
And
it
there's a
way less
balcony
speed
right
if I get on top
underneath
of a
it.
table. So it says your speed increases by 10. You also add 10 more feet to my long jump distance.
So, what are you trying to do?
Jump up and grab onto the hole so I can get out from the roof.
You're going to do a Superman jump 28
I'm
feet.
gonna get on top of a table so I get it so it's less distance, and I'm just gonna fucking.
Okay, so I would say you're 5 feet on the pedestal on the platform,
So
and
I'd
then
like
you get on the
20 feet up.
table. So that's an extra 5 feet. So you're 10 feet. So I would say it's 10 feet. So I would say it's 18 feet. You need to jump.
Okay, so I automatically get 10 off because I get 10 feet off from my.
Wow, not to be the stickler, but long jump is that. Not that.
Long jump is long, not high.
Oh, fine. Fuck
Just
you.
turn the building on its side and then you're good.
So you just see Sheriff Markham. You just see Sheriff Markham just looking at you, just trying to figure out how you're gonna get out.
Okay. What do you want me? Do you want me to do acrobatics or something to do this?
It's physically impossible. You cannot do it.
Nah.
I know you can do anything in D&D, but this is a stretch.
Oh, Jamie could do his fucking rope bullshit, but when I want to jump 10 feet
It
in
doesn't
the
make
air,
sense. You have to from 18
I'm a goddamn
feet.
werewolf, Fraser.
If you can come up with a creative way, the reason why you jump 18 feet, then
Maybe
yes.
What I'll
turn
do,
into
what
a
I'll do,
werewolf,
I'll get on
which
top of the
changes your
table.
features.
I'm assuming how I imagine this hole is like near one of the walls, not like in the middle of it. So I'm gonna like wall run up and then push myself off the wall and then grab onto the ledge of the hole.
Okay. So for that, I'm going to need you to first make a. It's going to be a athletics or acrobatics with disadvantage, and then a dexterity saving throw if succeeded.
Okay. If I do this, I'm actually gonna be such a fucking legend. Acrobatics. 18.
Okay. I would say with an 18, that is a success. You jump over, you run up the wall, you spring off. You in your wolf form, I'm guessing?
No.
No, okay, so you're in your normal form.
Doing it normal.
Okay, what's... Yeah, I'll give it to you, because it's quite high. It's an 18. You jump up, in your wolf primal state in mind, you jump and you spring yourself up off a wall. Now, I would like you to make the dexterity saving throw with disadvantage now, because you are not in a wolf form. You're in your boy form.
14.
You go and jump up, and you reach out, and it just falls away from you. You fall 15 feet on the floor. Actually, no, 20, because you actually fall away from the stage as you were jumping off the wall that's adjacent to it.
Wait, can I use a reaction? I'm joking.
Wait a second.
So you take 3d6.
Okay.
Oh, no,
The amount I just healed off.
Sorry, 2d6.
Oh, yeah, it's probably going to be the exact amount I just
You
healed
take
off.
8 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall head over tit and smack straight into one of the side tables. And in fact, I would say you land by some of the corpses as well. So it's like, and you just see like a shrunken face on the floor as you open your eyes.
Oh.
And then I just get up and go.
Yeah, a little bit winded.
And walk towards the door. Is there a lock on the door?
The door is barred from the outside. They are barred in.
Is it just like a wooden bar?
Well, you can't see it because it's on the other side.
Is this the only door?
From what you know, yes.
Why don't you just
I was
ask
going
him?
to jump out the window. No! Fuck off! I'm stubborn as fuck!
Oh yeah, go out the window. Yeah.
How big are the
there-
windows?
there-
After that, he just
there is a
awkward
huge stained glass window to the north side of this north look, which you've seen before. And
Is
that
it
goes straight
openable?
to the outside. You can go over to it and have a look.
I'll have a look at that.
Okay. You make a perception check. Very quickly, see what you can see.
19.
No, it's not openable.
I jump out the window. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. You make a strength check.
Bamps the window.
13.
Yep. You go. and you fall.
You know, like the silly salmon, I smashed out.
You fall an extra 10 feet down into the side alley.
Window's 10 feet up?
It's
What
a raised
the
platform over a building, yes. You fall 10
fuck?
feet.
Okay.
So you take an extra d6 of bludgeoning damage. So you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you
Okay, well, I still got a
fall
little
on the
bit
floor onto the ground hard cobblestone of the alleyway that leads just to the side of the entrance to Bryn Shander. As a small child is playing with something as you land right by it and just and it kind of looks at you and goes, and you just see glass just kind of like everywhere.
I've got like, oh, imagine this. I just get up, like brush the glass off. I've got like a black eye, like. Hey.
This small child, this boy with long black hair over one eye, kind of the emo look, kind of like very smooth features on his face, with this toy of this wheel and the stick, let's just say, whatever it might have been, just kind of looks straight towards you and goes.
It's like the bit in Incredibles where he like smashes his car.
That was
Basically,
totally wicked!
Yeah.
That was totally wicked!
And you just kind of see him kind of shuffle back, grab his things, and just run off.
I just
look around the corner. I'm like, well, that's one way to do it. Yes.
That's what happens when you. I'm still kind of like got a little bit of a concussion from like the first
Half
attempt.
asleep.
So that's
Half
yeah.
burnt
Like half
Phantom of the
asleep
Opera. Phantom of the Opera Sayer slams down.
Yeah.
Half
That's what you
burnt
get when
face.
you disturb my sleep. Fucking destroyed window and a.
And you just hear from the smashed window pane in the inside, you hear a very angry Markham. "Ah!" Just
I just
shouting.
shout back, "Hey, you were the one who charged me!" And then I just roll off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
I catch on to you guys like. So what's occurring?
Well, we need to find a place
He's
to
got-
sleep, obviously.
You just see Sayer with like a bit of shard of glass just in his side, just falls
Yeah,
out.
just-
Yeah,
Yeah. Pick it out.
brushing it off there, just yeah.
Oh.
I want this to be the thumbnail, just mid like motion blur, just.
Just call this yeet.
just like a
Yeah.
dolphin.
Yeah.
Well, at least you don't have sentry throwing you out your windows, so you're doing it yourself now.
This is the
so
second
we're
window.
growing up.
This is the
Wow, the
second window
devil.
you smashed in this whole campaign. Yeah, brilliant.
Ah.
we
Right,
we
should
must
go
get talent.
find somewhere to sleep then for tonight?
Well, do we know anyone nearby?
I don't.
Jackal.
Do I remember passing anything that looked tavern-like out on our little sprawl?
Make a history check.
Yeah.
I will also be keeping an eye out for Lex.
Okay.
So that's a 13 on history.
You seem to remember a few kind of open houses, if you were. They're not exactly inns, but they're places of which you pay. You would know this from your travels. You pay the owner of the house to stay within, and there is one on the way to the marketplace.
Well, I think I remember some. At least if they don't have a place where we can stay, it seems like a place where people reside, so we could ask. I mean, it's worth a shot. We got nothing better to do.
Cool. Well, I'll just probably, go along with Jackal and
Yeah, I'll follow.
Jackal
Okay.
and Sayer and find a tavern
Yep.
to stay at, or
Uh,
D&D Airbnb. So Sentry says.
At this point, you do see a small sparrow just land on the shoulder of Jackal, just pecks the side of his head.
Yeah. Were you able to find anything, Lex?
You just see the sparrow just jump.
I'm gonna assume that's a yes, as I look puzzled towards Saya and Oakland.
Kind of
I do have a bird.
flaps the wing out, and you can see this really nice, beautiful pattern of this black and white kind of like spirals within the wings, as Lex has made this a bit unique. And the sparrow just opens up its wings and kind of just like flaps, just.
I mean, if you found somewhere, Lex, then I'm sure Oakland will be more than delighted if you led the way.
You just see the sparrow just stay still, just.
Or maybe not.
I just like go with them. Move, you stupid bird!
Sayer, that's Lex.
Oh. I don't turn into a bird.
True.
Yeah, the bird's just there, just flapping its wings, just pecking around.
Well, can we find a place to stay? Because I'd rather get into some decent clothes and
Well-
probably rest. And she's still got blood all over her at like fucking 6 HP. So, as she's been falling over and shit.
How much HP?
Ah!
You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Level 1! Right, okay. So, yeah, at this point, you kind of like start making your way towards Jackal, where Jackal remembers this inn or this free house. It's not really a free house, but you get what I mean. And you start making your way down the center column, of which you all start, just passing the folk of Bryn Shander, and you start making your way towards it. I would like everyone to make a secondary wisdom saving throw. The whole party, please.
Secondary.
DC 15.
17.
Thanks.
Natural 20!
Out.
Okay.
A double natural 20 on that. Does that mean I never have to do one again?
Say again?
I've double natural 20'd on the wisdom saves. Does that mean I never have to do one again?
No, that just means you definitely don't get whatever's coming.
Ow.
One.
So, what I would say at this point, Oakland and Jackal, you are just making your way towards where you need to be. And then you stop and you feel this kind of like, almost like probing into your mind. As you feel like, it's almost like a hand over your head, and then you just shove it off again. It's like, what was that again? It's so weird. It's a very strange sensation. Saya and Sentry. I would say Say, while you were walking and following these guys, and Sentry, while you're sharpening you're doing your work, you start to get almost like pains within your head. Not enough to hurt you, but it feels like something is grasping onto your mind.
Headache.
And you just hear, I need your help, help. What do you do?
So I'll just ignore it. Think he's hearing things.
Okay. Sentry, what do you do?
Just think back in my mind. I'm already employed. Thank you for the offer.
I hate this game. It continues. I need your help, help.
I'm already in.
Hey, come on, inspiration for that. Come on. Man's been NPC.
We need to go through all the episodes to get like the best of Century. Like,
Honestly, we need like a collab of best of century. I'm already
employed.
What is your name?
I try my damn hardest, but I never get the inspo.
There is an ancient city buried under the ice. This city, Yithrin, is a lost fragment of the empire of Nithro.
Am I hearing this too, or
Wizards created
Okay.
many of the magic items found scattered across the world today. It holds magic beyond our wildest dreams. We might even find something there to end this hateful winter. And that's what you hear.
Already employed.
Do we see like say a stop, or like does he just keep walking?
Say, what do you do?
He keeps walking, but he looks like he's daydreaming.
Fuck you,
Basically.
Sarah.
Yeah. Like, probably from your perspective, it would look like I did not want to be woken up from that sleep, and I'm just like half asleep while we walk. And did you look at the Discord, did you? That's what I was thinking with the thumbnail. Yeah.
So many thumbnail opportunities.
Yes, we're in.
Yeah, so yeah, it looks like he's just daydreaming.
I'll turn towards Guy and Elsa, whichever one's not currently talking to somebody. Just wants them going.
Yep.
You two have spent a lot of time within Icewind now.
Well, to be exact, probably about 5 years. Aye.
Have you heard of a place called Ythrin? Or know of anywhere? I know it sounds like a broad question, but anywhere that might have a lost city under ice.
You just see Garn look towards you and look towards Elsa, who's continuously polishing at the moment. And you just see them kind of look and just they start hysterically laughing to each other. You just sit going, you're funny, right? You're talking about the... it's fine. It's that's an old wives' tale.
I don't have a wife. Elsa.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey man, he's feeding me.
Shut the fuck up!
And, you see Elsa just stop laughing and go, yes, yes. What is it?
No, I can't.
I think we broke Sentry.
I can't.
Elsa, if you're God's wife, he says that you have a tale, a story of Mithra. How does the story go? And I'm still...
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Gon says it's a old wives' tale. I don't have a wife, nor know of too many others. Are you able to recount the tale of Ythrin for me?
Who are you asking that, sorry, to?
Eliza.
Elsa, yeah.
Elsa, sorry, yeah.
That's fine. Elsa looks at you and goes, well, and I'm guessing you've told her your name by this point. Because you
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
asked- you
yeah.
haven't
I'm
asked-
pretty sure that I've already introduced myself.
You have. You did previously,
yeah.
but they... Yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. You see Elsa come up to you and say, well, Sentry, let me put it clear to you. It's a made-up tale made of mystery and wonder to entice those who are stupid enough to believe that there's something better than us here, and there are crazy, beautiful items to be found deep within the ice, somewhere far, far away, is hard to believe. And this wives' tale we speak about, it's a matter of speech, Sentry. It's what we use as a phrase to say that this is ridiculous.
Okay.
Now, continue. You have... I can count 14 more swords there, lovey.
I'll say for note as well, doing the swords, grind it along the stone, but then usually you'll have needed a what's the word? It's metal to be able to sharpen.
It's
the
a
blade.
wheatstone.
That's it. Thank you. But Sentry will just have wetted his fingers, and he'll run them along.
Okay, I'll give you... I love the improv, but I will say that this is a whetstone thing. It's a whetstone.
Yeah. I'm saying for the fine point end.
Oh, the fine point end, yeah. Cool. Brilliant. Yeah, definitely. Do that. Some sparks come off as you do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, yeah. Do you carry on?
Yep.
Brilliant. You guys heading straight towards the marketplace, where you heard, Jackal, where the inn is, or the free house.
And we'll turn around to say and go, catch up, you're taking your time. Talking to myself again.
No, Sentry
I was
saying
just
just role play
about to say.
daydreaming.
I was saying... I was role playing. Look, he kind of like, as soon as you talk to him, he goes, huh?
You okay?
Yeah.
You daydreaming there, buddy?
thinking about things. He just kind of like jogs a little bit to catch up with you.
What says mannerisms? Yeah, as he's saying that.
He's just kind of looking around just to see if there was someone talking.
Fuck me, these rolls.
I was gonna say, is this say his normal behaviour, or is this kind of?
No.
No,
it's not you. Yeah.
And I'm going to insight it.
Absolutely.
Whoa! Oh.
Do it really shit.
Neither are. He doesn't. He just says that. Well, I don't
Fuck me!
Terrible rolls.
Shit from that. You're rubbish. You needed a natural 20 to know anything about Jack.
The Wizard of the
I
Party.
mean, if he's trying to hide something, then he could roll deception and still get lower.
Yeah, could do.
I'm not trying to hide it.
Well, you are technically lying, though.
I guess. All right. Yeah.
Right, so roll the
Sure.
That's a good shout.
Trying to maybe give us some luck.
Yeah, fine.
You're going to get lower than an ace, and you've got to tell him.
Lower than a 9, actually.
Lower than 9.
Lower than a 9, sorry.
16.
Nope.
Of course.
You see right through
I
it.
ain't telling you nothing.
He's all good.
You just see this behaviour as Sayer, and it's just it's a bit
Yeah,
weird, but
just remember that I'm acting weird, I suppose.
Yeah, he's all good. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, keep heading to the public house.
okay. And in no time at all, I would say within a few minutes, you do spot a very strange kind of off-house. And the houses here are just basic and makeshift out of wood and stone and some metals and things. And this one is just basically parched bang in the middle of a busy area. And you see a small, it's about a 6-foot door. Well, not a small door, but it's a thinner door than most. With a big metal-framed wooden door on it with a handle. And outside it does say, in all different languages, actually. It says in Elven, Common, you notice, Dwarven. It does say the word Freehouse.
I mean,
Seems appropriate.
Probably no privacy, though.
Well, it's that, or you don't get any sleep.
No, I can sleep.
and we can
Well,
go in and ask and see what they have to offer, but we should probably somehow inform Sentry that we're here. I don't know how long he plans to work for.
How far are we from where Sentry last was?
You're about a 4-minute walkish. You're about halfway down the long walk towards the
Recalling
entrance.
exactly where he is, because I've seen him. If I can look in the direction of where he is he within 120 feet of me?
No.
No, cool, that's fine.
So I'll say, send a carrier pigeon for all I care. I'm gonna go back to bed. And he's gonna go to the... Is there like a desk or anything I can...
So you just basically see the door. You do see the sign up front, so you can go towards the door and open it if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do. Do you guys follow Sayer as you walk in?
I'm gonna sit outside and wait for Sentry.
Okay. So, Sayer, as you walk in, you do see, as you open the door, you are basically met with a very small first room. And as you walk in, it's just a very small, I would say, 15-foot room by 15 foot. It's a square base room. And at one side is a small counter. And behind it, you see a female elf.
Okay. I'll go on up to the elf and say, do you have any vacancies for tonight?
Hello, my name is Lena, and welcome to the free house that you've probably seen advertised. It's my humble abode. This is Patixa's Cuddly Abodes.
Very nice.
Excuse
Now, do
the
you have a
name,
room?
but it's quite quaint. We have a few beds. Are you looking?
Yes, I'll be needing. Wait. Would I need to? I guess I wouldn't need to book one out for Sentry because he doesn't sleep. I guess I'll say 3. Do you have 3 available?
Oh, we do. Yes, single beds they are, and they're all in the same room. But yes, we do.
Good. Did Jackal? Did you follow me in, or was it just me?
No, I'm going to sit outside with Oakland.
Okay. He says, well, there'll be one for me, and I have 2 companions coming. We have a 4th one, but he doesn't sleep, so I don't think he'll be needing a bed.
Well, I know these times we don't all sleep, do we? So, it would be 6 silver for the 3.
I'll just have to tell them to repay me. I'm gonna hang this debt over your head for the rest of your life if you do not pay me, Jackal. I'm not kidding.
How much was it?
6 silver.
Just remember you've got a tab with Scram Shacks as well.
Yes. What does... Because I've only got 5 silver on me, but I've got a bunch of copper. How much does copper convert into silver?
Let's have a look.
Like 10.
Silver is 1 to 10. Copper is 1. So 100 gold piece. 100 copper is 1 gold piece. 10 silver is 1 gold piece. So I believe, if that's the case, it would be 6 silver. So I'm just trying to figure out the conversion here.
$50.
So it's 10 silver to 1. No, 10 copper to 1 silver. So it would be
Okay, alright, well
60,
then I'll...
60 copper.
Okay, well I'll give her the 5 silver and then the 10 copper.
That's fine. You can do that. Just take that out of your inventory. Yeah.
Yep, doing it now.
As you place in a chunk of money on the table,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Oh, I better scoop this up. Thank you so much. Yes, the rooms are through here." And she points through another set of doors which lead down a corridor.
Okay. I look at her and say, "Cool. I'll just inform my friends they're just outside."
Yes, come back whenever you like.
I'll walk over to the door, pop my head out to the other two thing. I got us some beds, and you both owe me. And then he pops his back in, and he goes. He goes back to the room.
Okay, so you walk past the desk, you go through the hallway, and on your left you do see just the one set of doors, and in there is just a small, probably 20-foot long room with just single beds. And you can see already in there are a few figures within some of the beds.
So he will find a vacancy and rest his head down.
No problem at all.
Catch up on where he left off, I suppose.
Well, technically you won't, but yes, you will. I get what you're saying.
Well, yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Straight.
You can do that. You find yourself a bed, no problem at all. And you just hear the near patrons just snoring.
Yep. Cool. He'll again have a look at the necklace he's got around his neck, and then just kind of like hold it and put his fox pelt over him.
Yeah, absolutely, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Jackal and Oakland, what are you up to?
What's Jackal doing?
Jackal is sat and he is playing with a dagger in his fingers, like twirling it about. Just trying to pass the time, waiting for Sentry.
Cool. Is there an alleyway nearby?
There are a few, yeah.
I'll just be a second, Jackal. And she'll get up and just walk into an alleyway where it's a bit quiet.
Okay, you could
Somebody
definitely
needs to piss.
you can definitely find one just off the side of this free house. There's one just to the left-hand side. It's a very small 5-foot alleyway with some barrels. You make your way past them.
Cool. Oakland's going to try something she's not tried in a long time. She's going to try 2 things.
Okay.
She's going to grab her amulet.
Okay.
And she's going to try and connect and try and get a connection back, if not communication, with the entity, please.
Okay. And how would you like to do this?
She's just got to focus all of her arcane energy and all of her mind power into trying to communicate with what's inside her to try and find it, because it's been quite quiet. And yeah, she wants to try that first.
Okay. Make a... What would it be?
And she will, if she does talk to it, I'm not sure what I'd say, but if she does communicate, it will be in Abyssal. but she'll like speak in her mind.
Make a religion check.
Ooh.
That's a 21.
21. So you sit there. Just to describe me, how are you doing this? What's it look like? What's Oakland look like?
Well, she's not. Well, it's not praying, but she's not done that for a few hundred years. So she's just going to copy what Creek did
Okay.
and try and follow the same stance as what she was doing to see if she can connect the same way.
Okay, so Creek was sitting down cross-legged, staff over her leg.
Yeah, she'll do the same, except she'll hold her amulet in the middle of her palms.
Sounds good. Okay. So you sit there and you go cross-legged, you go closed eyes and hold your amulet and really try and focus in. And focus in. And focus in. And you get to the point where the busy street is distracting you. You can hear through one ear and you're struggling to feel like it's going to go through. Until you feel deep down something in your gut just almost kind of like pushes you forward. And you open your eyes to see that both of your arms start to turn just black. Just start very slowly working its way up your arms.
Okay.
That's alarming.
Well, there you are.
It is
It's
an
been a while.
alarm. Yeah.
Wow.
I got this.
Yeah, give yourself a point of
I
inspiration.
will. I will. Good old Lex.
She'll let down her arms and go, well, it's about time you woke up. Yeah, so much for you bloody helping me back there. You helped me all the other times. Almost died again, but hey-ho. And she'll just let go of the amulet.
Okay. Where, just drop it on the floor.
Yeah, she's just going to place it on the floor. Does it do anything? Anything
Okay,
change?
Drop it on the floor.
Nothing
changes.
change? Okay. Okay. She's now going to... Now she's connected with the entity. She's going to try and connect her energy to the entities.
Okay.
To see if she can communicate.
Okay. I would like you to roll...
Now that it's awake.
I would like to roll a persuasion check.
$12.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to communicate?
Just in abyssal in my mind. I'm not speaking out loud. Just talk to me. You've been around for over 300 years, and you have never spoken a word. The time is now.
You just sit there and kind of staring at your arms as it's kind of like rippling over. You can just see it just in its form, just kind of, it's almost like a smoke brings it out and kind of follows its way up. As it kind of reaches, you can feel it coming up your shoulder and through your neck, and you can just feel it coming up, and it reaches your jaw as it tingles, and it kind of pinches and pulls. And it's very strange because what happens is half the side of your face starts to go black, and your eye starts to go white as it starts to take over half of your face. As you feel this kind of, and you start to feel this pain, shimmering pain in your your right hand side of your face, and your eye goes completely blind. And you can only see through your left eye.
Yeah, it's half blind anyway, but...
And part of your panic just sits up, but then you're kind of like, right, this is communication. And then, yeah, all you just hear is just... Just this deep speech of abyssal back.
Do I understand it?
Of singular line. And what you hear is, I never left.
Okay.
And then as soon as you say okay and basically accept this. You just and you can see through both eyes again, and it just comes back. Momentary split second. Are you doing anything in that moment?
She's taking a fucking deep breath.
Yeah,
she was went into panic mode there.
Literally feels like you've just been pulled and you've just been punched in the gut. But yes.
Maybe I will try and contact Lyra another day. Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that with Creek, and she'll get up and like panic walk over to Jackal,
yeah, well over.
wiping the sweat off her face.
Yeah.
And she'll sit down in the snow and like envelop herself to try and cool down.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Jackal, you see this? The sweaty Oakland run over.
Whoa. What's happened to you? I thought you went to go take a piss.
Press ups. Exercise, you know? I just don't want to show myself off in front of other people because I'm skinny as shit, so... I'm a bit sweaty.
Oakland. Exercise. You don't do exercise. Inside check.
Yes, inside.
Exercise.
Just for canon, she is the skinniest of the members.
Fuck!
Okay.
What'd you get? Read your rolls.
I rolled a 12.
You've
Perception.
You see straight through this, Jackal.
The day I see you do a push-up is the day Sentry ain't gonna throw someone out a window. Tell me what happened.
I just thought it'd be a good idea to try and communicate with my little friend. Well, big friend. Even if it's a friend at all.
You're out?
Well, I talk to Apollo all the time. No, my entity.
It doesn't look like things quite went well there.
It went better. I mean, it's been around 300 years since... Well, it's ever been with me, I think.
You've had
But it was only about 200 years ago I found out about him, but he's probably been there the whole time. Or it. I don't really know. But first one that actually spoke to me, which was interesting.
You've had this thing 300 years, and for 100 of those, you haven't even known that this demon thing has been inside you.
Pretty much, yeah. It's been a rocky story. It was weird because when I was in my school years and with the in the manor, it never made itself aware until I did a final test or something, and then it came out, and I'm not really sure why it did. And then it was around for a while, and then when the incident happened at home where I had to leave, it never made itself appear until I met you guys. So it's been in and out. But it's been more frequent since, but I just thought I'd try and see if it was still there, because it's been very quiet. And unfortunately, it still is.
Do you reckon it's like a danger sense kind of thing? 'Cause since you've been exposed to a lot more hostilities, or is it because it doesn't like us? If you remember the incident in the Dwarven City.
But I didn't really know you all that well. I mean, you... but the others I didn't really know so well, but this is the most comfortable I've ever felt with people in a very long time. So I don't see there any reason for it to be aggressive. Because I'm not in harm's way. But when I was in my schooling and that, every time I was close to death, it would never let me die. But it almost let me die today. So I was just a little bit confused.
Well, you just need to make sure you can keep a hold on that thing, Oakland. I mean, as much as the power it gives you, I'm sure it's satisfying and nice. You just gotta remember that thing did once put you and the rest of us in danger.
I guess so, but... I mean, I wouldn't say it's the same, but Sayer's got some sort of ability that overtakes him.
I know, but so far he's managed to relatively keep a lid on it. Now, Oakland, I trust you. We've been traveling together for a long, long time now, but I just don't want something bad happening to you or any of our newfound friends.
I'll keep a lid on it as much as I possibly can, and, well, through all my studying, I'm trying to find an answer to it. To either get rid of it, or if it's here to stay, to live with it.
Well,
It seems like more of an infection than anything.
well, infections spread, so
I hope not.
yeah, just try to keep that icky shit to yourself. I don't want it.
I mean, it's here to share, Jackal, but hey.
Yeah, Jackal takes a step back.
She has a little giggle. She has a little giggle, and she's like, I'm joking, it's not infectious.
All right,
At least I don't think so. Dun dun dun.
Go away.
Well, you know where we are if you need us. You seem to be the smartest of us all, so in terms of research, I think that's best down to you. But
Well, I think it will be good help when Creek gets back. She might have a better understanding, but I don't know when she will be back. But I hope it's soon. I do miss her.
same goes for the both of us. As Jackal looks down to Athena, we miss her too.
And I'll give Apollo a little sketch. So does Apollo.
And as we see this moment outside the free house of the Cuddly Cozy Inn, we see our camera pan out, seeing these two figures and Athena, and just a sparrow just doing a small circle around as the camera pans out and further out into the distance, until it's on the rooftop of the free house. And we pass a very suspicious white owl just sitting there, watching, gazing, as that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Got all messy there.
Owl! That fucking owl gave me a broken nose. Oh, what a bitch.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you haven't subscribed so far, what the hell are you doing? Subscribe, because it, it pays for my pays.
That's it.
I wish.
That's the bid. Yeah, hope you enjoyed tonight's content. If you did, we really appreciate a subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. If you want to subscribe, press the red button. It costs nothing. It costs you an energy of click. Literally fuck all. Just do it.
You get to see more D&D shit.
If you want to see some more action with us doing all sorts of different bits, obviously feel free to comment below. But obviously we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
The power is mine.